he is that dude. He's been a favorite, even if you hating it. Give him his flowers, pay him respect. He's is a legend and one of the best. Hey, yo, yeah, that's B-Eazy, that's the name. Way before the world knew he was running the game. Laid the groundwork, built the foundation strong. Been influencing the whole scene all along. Now everybody gotta give that man his praise. A living legend for the rest of his days. Oh, he deserves all the accolades, yeah. B-Eazy, B-Eazy. Gotta give that man his praise. A living legend for the rest of his days. Oh, he deserves all the accolades. B-Eazy, B-Eazy. Ayo, who is that dude? Oh girl, that's just B-Eazy. Oh boy, that's just B-Eazy. Well, who is B-Eazy? Oh, you ain't know he been a pro, for show, all about the dough. He been running up them racks and still trying to get some more. He really one of them ones, his presence so pivotal. So hell yeah, he that dude, this is unequivocal. Ay.
B-Eazy Dat Dude. B-Eazy Dat Dude. Yeah, they know the name. Stacking up the paper, but having money ain't a thing. Standing on business, burning hotter than a flame. From the block to the boardroom, you gotta stand the rain. B-Eazy Dat Dude. Yeah, they know the name. Stacking up the paper, but having money ain't a thing. Standing on business, burning hotter than a flame. From the block to the boardroom, you gotta stand the rain. Big block engine with 26 inches on the chrome I ride. Started at the bottom, soared to the top and still on the ride. Air handshake solid, seal the deal airtight. He gave you the blueprint to grind and get your hustle right. Money in the vision, it was dirty but he washed it clean. Turned a dollar to a dream, now he living like a king. From the late nights grinding to the early bird moves. Ask around the city, he really that dude. He love how we talk it cause he walk it too. Every step calculated, everything come through. From the hood by the views, yeah, the rooftop views. He the bridge between the struggle and the good life views. Never fold under pressure, shine like a diamond in the sun. Every loss was a lesson, every win is hard won. Now the crowd chant his name when he steps in the room. B-Eazy Dat Dude, yeah, you know he's the truth. B-Eazy Dat Dude, yeah, they know the name. Stacking up the paper, but having money ain't a thing. Standing on business, burning hotter than a flame. From the block to the boardroom, you gotta stand the rain. B-Eazy Dat Dude, yeah, they know the name. Stacking up the paper, but having money ain't a thing. Standing on business, burning hotter than a flame. From the block to the boardroom, you gotta stand the rain.
Yeah. Listen up. It's B-Eazy Dat Dude, the great. He ain't fake, he one of the real guys. Spitting fire every stream. You been late to the party, now it's time to realize. From Pittsburgh to around the world, yeah, the flow is elite. Every beat that he slide on turns into straight heat. Came up from the grind, selling box on a laptop, running up a bag, feel like he hit the jackpot. Got the luxury visions, ambition vivid, never bluff. Person's progress, persevere when the going gets tough. B-Eazy Dat Dude, got stripes in the game. Every rhyme, every line, they gon' remember the name. From the streets to the stage, the energy don't fade. Legend in the making, yeah, history's what he's laid. Mic in his hand, heart in the flow and soul on every beat. Dropping knowledge, power, bravado, his legacy complete. Hustle amplified, lyrics electrified, that's the truth. B-Eazy Dat Dude, established with certified proof. Feel the bass, feel the vibe, let it ride through the crowd. All the words, every hook, man, he keeps making us proud. King of his lane, rising above every feud. All hail the one and only, B-Eazy Dat Dude. Yeah. Yeah.
He always do it big, You know who it is, B-Eazy, B-Eazy, B-Eazy that dude. He on his way to the top and he ain't about to stop. You thought he would flop and didn't wanna give him props. The things you dreaming about, he already did do. Now it's time to soak a game, he about to give you. Like, share, follow, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to tune in when he goes live. Make a contribution if you feeling the content. Tap into the realness if you tired of the nonsense. I mean, no disrespect, ain't trying to sound rude, but the world already knows that B-Eazy's that dude. Ooh. We all here to see B-Eazy. We wanna listen to B-Eazy. Ayy, we all like B-Eazy. Nah, matter of fact, we love B-Eazy. Believe me, he really that dude. Subscribe to the channel, it's easy to do. If you care, then go ahead and share. This fire content, extraordinarily rare. That's why I put that on my mama, he is that dude. And I put that on my daddy, he is that dude. So, ayo, who is that dude? Oh girl, that's just B-Eazy. Oh boy, that's just B-Eazy. Well, who is B-Eazy? Oh, you ain't know, he been a pro, for sure, all about the dough. He been running up them racks and still trying to get some more. Don't care about the fame, just trying to gain and grow. He really one of them ones, his presence so pivotal. So hell yeah, he that dude, this is unequivocal.
Turn your radios up. Turn your radios up. Y'all know what this is. Y'all know who this is. B-Eazy Dat Dude, an impromptu stream back with another one. This one is gonna be a banger. Definitely gonna ruffle some feathers, get some people in their feelings. So it will be a doozy. I don't like to keep y'all waiting, especially for my East Coast brethren, because I know it's late for y'all. So before we get this thing started, you know, I gotta hit ya.
If you know the song, sing along. Yeah, you're right.
私も地元民と言っても自分は世代です。もう友達できたの？うん。ぶったまんまこっち見ない。
Your competitors, niggas better catch up like 10 steps ahead. Look, this promethazine got me leaning like a cholo in the club. I'm 20 deep, I don't be riding solo. Pull some bad bitches, they vanilla and cocoa. They wanna take some photos when we kick it out in Soho. Chicks are showing tits and popping pussy for my promo. Told them like juvenile, baby, moving for me slow-mo. Then I'm right back to the block, cause I keep getting moto. I be flipping, not shrinking, I don't give a fuck about no ho, no ho. This nigga name ain't D-Lo, but pimpin' these bitches and stacking his bricks forever be my stilo. This is B-Eazy Dat Dude, in the trap making packs move. If I ever go broke, then I'm about to pull a jack move. Since a nigga healthy, I don't even gotta worry. With my bitch from Fiji, eating tandoori and chicken curry. That ism is really indie. My pimp game international. I design my own clothes, so I be always looking fashionable. Here's a couple facts about me that y'all didn't know. Some of y'all be getting bread, but I be getting bigger, dawg. I got bigger guns and a whole lot of bad. And we are activated. And I've already been joined by some illustrious guests. The big block boat rider, Big Rig Slaps, And of course, we got the East Coast brethren in the house. NY stand up. Nassau County, what it do? In building. Now, look, let me go ahead and pull these down. Y'all seen the title. Y'all seen the thumbnail. So we are going to get right into it. We have an infestation, an epidemic of the buck broken, brain dead bimbos and bozos. Many of them are part of the Boule. Many of them are aspiring Boule members, and many of them just worship non-blackness. They hate themselves, so they're willing to bootlick for anything that doesn't resemble blackness, right? Now, foundational Black American freedmen, we have always been the gold standard, really the platinum standard when it comes to blackness, right? We have been the ones uplifting and enriching and promulgating the prominence of blackness. All these other groups, they used to say, wow, many of them would acknowledge that they were Black or Negro. Most of them didn't. And people are pretending as if we're so far removed from people saying, I'm not Black, I'm Haitian. I'm not Black, I'm Nigerian. I know Black, Papi. See, we know the Dominicans for saying that. They have been the mascot. They have been like the I know Black Avengers, right? But it wasn't just them. So many people, and there's so many receipts out there, but other people, they always used to tell us, you don't know who you are. You don't know where you're from. Why do y'all call yourselves Black? Black is just a color, right? That's what they always would say. And I've told y'all my retort, and it's irrefutable. White is a color as well. Black is a color, yellow, pink, purple, blue. White is a color as well. So you saying don't call yourself a color. However, your country and your continent at large is being dominated by someone who's calling themselves a color. I'm Fulani, I'm Igbo, I'm Yoruba, and you're still getting colonized by a color. So what does your tribe and you speaking your own language, what does that mean when you don't own your mineral rights? When many Jamaicans can't even access their own beaches? But I know where I came from. Okay, you allegedly know where you come from. You're in your homeland where you're indigenous, yet you can't enjoy the resources that another color of people are enjoying. So we were the ones saying, say it loud, I'm Black and I'm proud. We didn't say it loud, I'm African and I'm proud, and I'm African American and I'm proud. And this is not to denigrate Africa or disparage Africa in any type of way. What I'm saying is we have always been the ones who recognized our ethnogenesis, right? Not all of us is just one generic African from some lost tribe on a massive continent. The majority of foundational Black Americans are an admixture, a racial amalgamation of formerly enslaved Africans, freedmen, which are melanated people of various ethnic groups, indigenous people, and Europeans. That's the total admixture. Some people have more indigenous, some people have more European, some people have more African. But that's the whole thing. We don't try to break down it to a science like the octoroons and mulattoes. We just say, hey, if you meet this basic criteria, then you're a foundational Black American freedman. If you have any of your ancestors who could trace their lineage to, at the bare minimum, the 1800 census, many people could go even further than that, right? So people's family has been here 500 plus years, and then they still want you looking to some distant land in Africa that didn't even exist 500 years ago. Yeah, but you still from there. How the fuck am I from there and it didn't exist? Oh yeah, you from there. It's just was a different landmass. Okay, what was it called? You don't even know what it's called. So they're trying to convince you that you're from a place that you've never been and they don't even know what it's called. It wasn't called Africa, just like Egypt wasn't called Egypt. Just like America wasn't called America. And when you ask the simple questions, okay, fine. What was America called before then? They'll speculate what it was called. But if you believe that what it was called, why don't you still say you're indigenous to that place, right? People say I'm indigenous to Africa, but I thought you're indigenous to the land. The land wasn't always called Africa. But just giving y'all a preface and, a little bit of a tangent. So we going to get into this discussion, but this video will be a prelude before I get into the true video. This is from a channel. Shout out to Ron. I believe this is, Ron over there at that channel. And this one is titled Blackness is Really Exclusive to Just FBAs and No One Else. And I get it. Some people say, well, y'all can't gatekeep blackness. Well, y'all didn't want to be black. So we used to, not me personally, but as a collective, there would be many people that would tell other people like, hey, look, and I know that it was done from a place of compassion and love because that's what our culture is about. However, it has been detrimental and it's a form of ethnocide and cultural erasure because we want to be able to appreciate all rich cultures for and bask in the glory of the culture. If you just mix match a bunch of cultures, then it becomes convoluted and you don't know who did what, who said what, who's responsible for what, who's to blame for what, who should get the praise, who should get an admonishment. At times we all should get praise and at times we all should get admonishment based on the situation and circumstance. However, if another group or another ethnicity is doing some chicanery or some tomfoolery, I don't want to take credit for that. Let's be as specific as possible. Just like when someone wins 100-meter, they don't just say, look at that black man who won the 100-meter gold. They say, look at that Jamaican, Nigerian, St. Lucian, etc. And there's nothing wrong with that because if you have an accomplishment, it should be a prolific achievement for your nation state, for your community, etc. But don't try to dump your trash. Don't win a medal. I'm Nigerian. You get a degree. I'm Nigerian. That same person commits a crime. We all black. No, nigga, you're Nigerian. That was a Nigerian who committed that crime. Then they try to frame this as divisive. But it wasn't divisive when you was up across the stage saying, Nigeria, stand up. You're flying the flag of a country that you don't even plan on going back to. You love Nigeria so much, but from the comfort of America, and I'm just using Nigeria as an example. This is not the only place. It happens all over parts of Asia, Latin America, etc. So I'm not picking on one particular country, but it is a bit rich to wag your fingers at people who's actually fought, bled, and died here and come from an ancestry where they try to reduce it down to just slaves, right? And I say fine because it's really not the dig that you think it is. Y'all was slaves. And then they turn around and say, well, everyone was a slave. No, everyone wasn't a slave or wasn't a descendant of slave. And we're only talking about America here. If they are trying a sexual assault case in America, they're not going to bring up the entire assaults around the globe for context, right? So when we're talking about slavery in the US context, stop trying to bring up all these other places. Is intellectually disingenuous and quite pathetic. But the whole people were, y'all was slaves. Okay, fine. We were slaves, but you were peasants, right? You come from a lineage of peasants who were failing in your homeland. You were so disgusting and downtrodden and distraught that you had to flee. You didn't fight, you fled. You didn't stay at your homeland. You came to where someone else fought, and then you think that you're somehow better or more courageous than those people. This is our homeland. Our homeland isn't in Africa. However, Many of the Ellis Islanders and the other people, your homeland is in Europe. You were around a bunch of other Europeans that looked like you and you were failing. And that's why you had to come over here for once someone had already paved the way for you. And that's what we're about, right? Kindred spirits. Rising tide lifts all boats. We're the ones who fight for civil rights because we believe in universal policies. But when we're fighting for policies that uplift and enrich everybody, why y'all gotta like call us niggers and do all this other sort of disrespectful and grotesque things? You know what I mean? Like, how pathetic and insecure could you actually be, right? And it's even more pathetic because, see, the enslaved people, yeah, you can say it's victim mentality and they're making excuses, but we can show documented proof of the atrocities. Your family wasn't getting dog sick on them. So realistically, you should be ahead. Most of you are not ahead, but if you were ahead, yeah, none of your businesses were burnt down. None of your family members were lynched. None of your family members had dog sicked on them. So you think, well, we're doing better than you. Yeah, you came over here with money and you were given money by the government, the same government that y'all tell us to stop begging. So how much better are you really doing? You're being subsidized and then framing it as, some black people are welfare queens. And many of those black people that get welfare are immigrants. So let's get ready to unpack this. This one is gonna be a doozy.
Remember back in the 90s, we would hear that all the time. They act like they weren't saying that. I used to hear that when I was single back in the club days. I would always hear these Caribbean and African women, black as hell. Oh, I'm not black, I'm Ethiopian. Oh, I'm not black, I'm Caribbean. Oh, I'm not black, I'm Trinidadian. They would always say that. They wore that shit as a badge of honor.
Let me say that again. I am not black, okay? Hear me out. Growing up, my mom absolutely hated.
No, there's nothing to hear out. You're not black. Okay, fine. Stay out of black people business. Have a Nigerian discussion. And this is what is pathetic about people like this. They say, I'm not black. They say that their family hated them being called black and they will reject it and call it ghetto. And then when we turn around and say, y'all not like us, y'all not black, we not saying we better than y'all. We just saying y'all not like us, right? Sugar is not salt. It looks the same, but I'm saying, nah. I don't want the sweetness right now. I want the savory. I don't want the sugar, right? I want the salt, right? And sometimes when people are looking for cultural relevance, a cultural cachet, they want the real McCoy. They don't want a tether. They don't want a cosplaying person. And I'm not saying everyone that's of a non-FBA lineage is a tether, but the ones who work to undermine us are, right? But these people will go out of their way to say, I know black. And then the moment you say, fine, you're not black, you're not like us, y'all xenophobic. How the fuck am I xenophobic by agreeing with you? You said you're not black. I'm affirming that you're not black. And then they try to say that you're trying to gatekeep, which you can't do. Actually, I can and I will. Let's get back into this non-black woman, though.
They wore that shit as a badge of honor.
Let me say that again. I am not black, okay? Hear me out. Growing up, my mom absolutely hated when we refer to ourselves as black. Growing up, my mom absolutely hated when we refer to ourselves as black. She's like, you're not black, you're Nigerian, you're African. I feel like the term someone is black obviously comes from the slave era, but it also just describes displaced people that don't know their heritage. So I feel like people that do know their heritage.
So see, that's the little sneak diss that they always do. Black is for displaced people who don't know their heritage, right? And for a while, many of us have ran with that, like, oh, damn, we really don't know our heritage. And the reason why they've convinced you that you don't know your heritage is because you've been looking to Africa for your heritage. Some people's family has been here 500 plus years at the minimum, 500 plus years, half a millennia. And they're still saying, you don't know your heritage. Your heritage is here. No, your heritage is not here. So if we've already been here over 500 years and they're saying, no, that's not enough. You're not from here. You have to keep going back. So what, I have to go back 1,000 years to some land that has transformed and didn't even exist? So this is the sneak diss that they always try to do. Oh, you guys don't know who you are. You don't know who you're from. But think about how pathetic this is. We allegedly don't know who we are or where we're from. However, we're the secret sauce that everybody copies and emulates. They try to replicate, but they can never duplicate. So for people that are cultureless and don't know who we are, why are the people who allegedly have culture and a superior culture at that, why are they emulating a cultureless, lost, generic African tribe, right? So they kind of tell on themselves, right? They pretend as if their food is so good, but we really don't be eating a food like that. Not to disparage it, I'm just saying that's just not our culture. I don't eat naan and curry, tandoori, agusi soup, bush meat, jerk chicken. Now there's some things that I had, but I don't make recipes. That's not my culture, and that's perfectly fine. What's not fine is people love to tether and cosplay on blackness. They love to say, and all these people that say they not black, they be the first ones to go sign up for some sort of African American program. They say, oh, I'm forced to check the black box. No, you're not. They have a box on there called other. See, if somebody says, hey, are you a Republican? Nah, man, but I was forced to check the Republican box. No, if I'm not a Republican, I'm not checking that box, because that would be a lie and a misrepresentation of what I stand for. So when these people say they're not black, then there's always been a box that says other, and they have a blank space for you to write it in. Why haven't they been checking other and writing Nigeria? So they want to cosplay and tether onto the black aesthetic and accomplishments, but at the same time discard it like a jacket. I'm not black, I'm Nigerian. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, I know, and this is not to disparage anyone, I'm just trying to keep it real, right? I know people have these delusions of grandeur about how high powered and mighty that your country is, but there's a reason why Trump was calling those countries shitholes, and many Nigerians was agreeing with them. No matter how bigoted and how racist he is, the first thing, there's no one more anti-African than many Africans in America, right? Because they don't plan on going back. The ones say, oh, I send money back. Yeah, you send money back so that some people can go over there and live like a king. These people are not building anything, right? They try to tell us what we haven't built here. We're a minority here. These people are fleeing their homelands where they're the majority at. And then they try to blame U.S. imperialism and stuff. It was the government. Hold on, we're in the belly of the beast. When we blame the government for documented atrocities, y'all tell us to stop begging, get over it. Y'all have a victim mindset. Okay, fine. We stopped having a victim mindset. That means that y'all can't have a victim mindset. It's your own people in your homeland selling you out. Yes, it's a bunch of U.S. and Western powers going over there, destabilizing coup d'etats, installing puppet leaders. I don't agree with that. I'm vehemently against that. However, we have to talk about the buck-broken, brain-dead bozos and bimbos in many people's homeland. When these people come over, they voluntarily buck break themselves. They pull down their pants, bend over, spread cheeks, and say, no lube required. What is there to look up to about that? I can't unite with some buck broken, brain dead bozo. These are the type of people who stab you in the back, the front, and the side. And then they say, well, what about black on black crime, as they sell you out to the W community, all for not even a butter biscuit, for half a crumb of a butter biscuit. Let's get back into it. I know black. I know black.
My mom absolutely hated when we refer to ourselves as black. Growing up, my mom absolutely hated when we refer to ourselves as black. Like, you're not black, you're Nigerian, you're African. I feel like the term someone is black obviously comes from the slave era, but it also just describes displaced people that don't know their heritage. So I feel like people that do know their heritage to referring to yourself.
So when she says it describes displaced people, she's trying to like kind of pussyfoot around it. What she's saying is it describes foundational Black Americans. And this is why many say that we are the only Black ones. Now, I don't go that far because there has been documented history of other people being called Negro, etc. But it's not really about what you're called. It's about what you identify as, right? There's plenty of women that have been called a bitch, but do they identify as a bitch, right? So others have been told they're Black or have people assume that they're Black, and some people are not Black. It's just a mistake, and others are racially Black, but they distance themselves from Blackness because that's not how they identify. And I do believe that people are entitled to their cultural and intellectual sovereignty. So when someone says they're not Black, then they're not Black. My only issue is that people try to double back and double dip. I'm not Black, but there's a scholarship that some Black people can get. And then they double dip and say, not only am I Black, I'm an immigrant. So I'm a double minority, or I'm a triple minority because I'm a Black immigrant or an African immigrant woman. You know what I mean? So fine, you don't want to use Black, then stand on it, right? But this is another thing too. Whenever there's some filth involved, they want it to be under the umbrella of Blackness. For instance, there's a lot of people complaining about the rodeo. They got carnival and stuff. That's a lot of Caribbean people. I'm not saying that there's no FBAs out there that are not cutting up and slutting it up, but if you look at in many of these Caribbean islands, you see a lot of paternity fraud. You see a lot of women scantily dressed, gyrating. I mean, I want to see little some wiggle and jiggle, so I don't mind that. But on one hand, you got Cardi B, who is Caribbean, always got her booty out twerking. Nicki Minaj, Caribbean, always got her booty out twerking, right? And plenty of others, but when Cardi B is out there cutting up, it's framed as Black culture. Nah, she's Latina. So everything Cardi B is doing is Latina culture. And this is what a lot of these Africans do as well. Any wins and success they get is all to the motherland. But as soon as that same African commits a crime, we are Black. No, that was a Senegalese person who committed that crime. Delineation is the only way forward.
As Black, if you know where you're, I feel like people that do know their heritage to referring to yourself as Black, if you know where you're from, you're raised in a certain household, Somalians are Somalians, Ethiopians are Ethiopians, Nigerians are Nigerians. Like
a guy from Africa, he can say he's African, but there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or that's his ethnic nation. There's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or that's his ethnic nation.
Always open.
And that's what they always try to do. Y'all African. It ain't no country called Africa. Man, you got to do your DNA test, man. The DNA test, there's so many flaws and inaccuracies with those. And like I said, many people, specifically foundational Black American freedmen, our lineage has been, we have the most continuity on this country, right? People talk about the so-called indigenous people, but many of those tribes have been wiped out. The people who are claiming to be indigenous now are indigenous to Europe. A lot of the so-called Native American chiefs now look like Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake, and Seinfeld, right? Do you really believe those are the true indigenous people? Y'all seen Elizabeth Warren, aka Pocahontas or Nopahontas, right? She had 0.00000000000 point something Native American, but yes, she was going around getting benefits being a Native American, right? So when there's true Black indigenous people, it's framed as a pretendian, but they actually did have white people who were the $5 Indians who paid to get their name on a doll's roll, and it just was a kind of paper finesse, while at the same time they committed a paper genocide against foundational Black Americans that they're still doing today. And all the bozos that say, well, I never owned any slaves. Yeah, but you are complicit with the subjugation that we face now. You're telling us to get over it. We will get over it when we receive justice. And then y'all say, well, y'all ain't gonna get no justice. And then we say, okay, fine. And then you turn around and tell another group why they should get justice for not even going through even half of what we went through. So the hypocrisy is glaring.
Called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or that's his ethnic nation.
Always open to the conversation, because one thing, being Black Brits, and we're both of Ghanaian, West African heritage, but we're British-born Africans. Always open to the conversation, because one thing, being Black Brits, and we're both of Ghanaian, West African heritage, but we're British-born African.
And you see how they play the games. They're Black Brit of Ghanaian heritage, so they're African. It's just like, just say you're Ghanaian. Like, that's what you are. But they're trying to say, oh no, we're Black Brit and all this other. No, you're Ghanaian. Just say that. That's ultimately what they're going to say anyways. When they win a war, there's not going to be any Black Brit stuff. It's going to be you're Ghanaian. I'm Nigerian. I'm Jamaican, which is perfectly fine. It's just stop trying to tether on to blackness. And that's what people do. And, you know, they come over here just strictly for the opportunities, but not to really uplift and enrich the community. If you're trying to get your bag, that's fine. You know, Idris Elba, Cynthia Erivo, all of these people, right? But do they have a track record of standing up for the community? Do they have a track record of doing anything for the community? All they did was act a part of them playing a foundational Black American, right? People know Stringer Bell, right? Idris Elba, who really talks like Cheerio. Would you like a spot of tea? That's how he talks. That ain't how no foundational Black American talks. And that's perfectly fine, right? But he had to get a foundational Black American to train him how to act so that he can better get these roles. Yeah, people may like to hear that accent out on a date, but the currency is Black Americans. This is America, because this is our homeland. So they really don't want to see a bunch of like Black dudes with accents unless they're typecast as a particular immigrant. Nobody wants to see some Black dude from the hood in Baltimore, you know, talking like, you know, James Bond or something like that. It's just unrealistic, right? But yeah, so these people come over here and they pretend as if they have some superior acting skills because they say that these Britain schools are so prestigious. Well, if those schools are so prestigious, why y'all can't get no work over there? And they're afraid to talk about the anti-Black bigotry over there. So then they just say, oh, well, it's not that much of a problem. And I don't mind people coming over here to get an opportunity, but when you start having these people play our foundational icons, not just a fictional character from the hood, but the Harriet Tubmans, the MLKs, that's extremely disrespectful, because these people don't have a pulse of what the culture is really about. So they have to get someone from the lineage, from the culture, to actually train and coach them. I'm cool, man. Like, if I'm producing a movie about the richness and authentico, you know, culture of Mexico, I don't want to get a Venezuelan to do it, right? Nothing against Venezuela. Oh, but they're Hispanic and Mexicans are Hispanic. No, if I'm having a Mexican narrative, playing a Mexican figure, I want a native Mexican to play it. Why is this so controversial? You know what I mean? And especially for the core roles, you know what I mean? If it's fictional, okay, there it's a little bit looser, but even still, once people are, you know, trying to displace certain positions, you know what I mean? I can't condone that on any level. But let's get back into it.
One thing, being Black Brits, and we're both of Ghanaian, West African heritage, but we're British-born Africans. We're British-born Africans.
Understand when you say Black British or Black American.
You're British-born Africans. Just say what you are. Like I said, You're a Ghanaian. And it looks like we've been joined by some illustrious guests. We got Johnson Different, aka John Sinatra, and we got the 504 boy, Whoa Day, New Orleans, in building. And Roger Meadow says, why did they even have to get a black non-freedman from England in the first place? They should have gotten the guy who coached them. That's what I'm trying to say. They did the same thing with Snowfall. And I like Damson Idris or whatever his name is, but come on, bruh. They had to hire West Coast gangbangers to treat him. That they apparently it was the story of Freeway Ricky Ross, but they had to make some tweaks in it so they could avoid paying him for his likeness, right? And this is what they always do, right? Instead of getting a freedman from New York, they'll go out of their way to get someone from Senegal, hire a freedman to train him how to act like us, but they won't give him the job. He'll just be behind the scene. You know what I mean? But you're supposed to accept this because we all black. But if you go to their homelands, these people don't accept foreigners going over there, taking opportunities that they believe should be owed to the native population, right? Then it gets into, well, hey, well, no one owes you anything. And people start talking like that. And it's like, okay, well, that's why people are just getting your homeland is getting decimated. People are smacking you up because you don't stand on business. You just run. Where's the Nollywood, right? There's some dope Nigerian directors, filmmakers, and all this stuff. But instead of building up the film industry in Nigeria, they're trying to run to Britain or America. I'm just saying, like, I get in some instances why you would have to do that, but I can't respect the whole brain drain. So for Somali, for instance, right? Most of the Somali doctors don't even live in Somalia. Why should I champion that on, right? If the country is so imagine like this, right? You play for the Lakers, right? And the Lakers already got LeBron James and Luka Doncic and everything, right? And then the Warriors got Steph Curry, right? You know that the Warriors stink, but the only way that the Warriors have any shot is if they have Steph Curry. But you want to brain drain the Warriors and say, yeah, let me get Steph Curry and Draymond Green. So now the Warriors don't have Steph Curry. The Lakers got LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green. And the Warriors had a brain drain. Then when the Warriors stink, it's just like, well, what's wrong with you guys? Well, of course, they keep losing their best players. You keep encouraging their best players to come and play on this stacked all-star team. But in order for the Warriors to ever be good, they need Steph Curry to stay on the team and be healthy. They need Draymond Green to stay on the team, and they need more people to come. They need a brain gain, right? So instead it's a brain drain because the best and brightest, they're trying to get the heck out of there. The first thing they do is run and say, oh, look, here's my Nigerian flag. Here's my Senegalese flag. But I don't plan on going back there. And once again, if they do, there's no infrastructure being built. They're getting smacked up by Arabs, smacked up by Chinese people, smacked up by W people. And when foundational Black Americans say, hey, man, won't y'all give us some of that land and resources, bro? We'll get it popping and show y'all how to get it popping. They start, shut up, nigga. You guys got baby mama culture and all this other type of stuff. And it's like, bruh, y'all really don't want to get into culture right now. Like there's no sane freedman going around pooping in the streets. And I'm not even trying to denigrate or anything. It's just like we got to have these tough discussions because for so long, we've just been letting so many other groups just denigrate us, disparage us. And most of the times, it was a lot of them doing dirt. You feel me? Oh, the Black culture is so bad. It's like that nigga was Haitian. That nigga was Nigerian. What you mean the Black community? Don't you mean the Haitian community or the, whatever fill in the blank community? So the whole flat blackness is dead, and now people are pissed that we're delineating, but all we're doing is what they've done the whole time. Like you hear this lady. Not only does she not call herself black, her family despised her calling herself black. And now they want to pretend as if this was never the reality. Why y'all delineating? Y'all being divisive? No, we're keeping the same energy that you've always had. It's no shade. Nobody is saying go beat up this girl because she's Nigerian. No one is saying disrespect her and snatch off that bundle because she's Nigerian. We're just saying, oh, you're a leopard? Oh, well, I happen to be a jaguar. Both cats, but not the same. Oh, that's a grapefruit. Oh, well, I'm a citrus orange. Both citrus fruits, not the same. And that's perfectly fine.
Born Africans, British born Africans.
Understand when you say Black British or Black American because you don't know where you're from. You're just a person of color in the city that you're in. I feel like when I hear someone refer to me as black, it just sounds so harsh, especially coming from a certain demographic. I think if you have the privilege of knowing where you're from, you shouldn't refer to yourself as a color because if you know where you're from, why refer to yourself as a color? I feel like when we say black, it just sounds so harsh and like, this is black, I'm brown,
So, and this is where it gets hypocritical and pathetic, right? They're saying black sounds harsh, but that's not what it sounds like to us. It sounds harmonious to us. So if saying black sounds harsh to you, then stop saying that you're black. And this is what we're saying about the tethering. We are the only black ones. And when we say that, because that's essentially what she's saying, black is for the people who don't know where they're from and lost. Okay, fine. We're lost and don't know where we're from. They say we have no tribe, where our tribe is black. Our tribe is foundational Black Americans. So she's saying what we've been asking for. So when you get an award, say that you're Nigerian, Yoruba, stand up. Same thing if you twerking on a cruise, on a headstand, hey, that's Yoruba culture. Don't say it's Black American, African American, nothing. No, that's Nigerian African culture. If we do that going forward, I think it will be a much more productive relationship going forward. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be contentious. The only reason why it's contentious, because this is what people have been doing the whole time. The only reason why it's contentious is that people just want to be able to tether onto our accomplishments and discard at any time, right? So when it was our ancestors fighting in the Civil War, fighting for civil rights, and we fought in every war, then people can just come over here and immigrate and say, hey, they African American, I'm really African, and I got American citizenship. So, hey, I could take credit for that accomplishment too, i.e. Obama, the tether in charge, right? He's Kenyan American, but hey, Kenya is in Africa, so I'm African and I'm American. I'm African American, just like you. No, it ain't just like me. You know what I mean? Same thing. Now, this is why they're pretty much consistent and kind of using it at a nauseating rate while they keep calling people POC and BIPOC. And it's very imperative for you to reject that. There was only one group considered people of color in this country, and that was foundational Black American freedmen. Other groups were called colored, and they said, I know black. I am not like those niggas. I'm not a color. I actually know where I'm from. And we said, hey, look, we don't mind identifying as a color, because all of the negative connotations that people attach with black, it doesn't mean that to us, right? We have positive connotations. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. It don't say it loud, I'm black and I'm miserable, right? Now, some people may be miserable and self-hating and self-defeating, but the thing is, you never let them see you sweat. And just as many that may be self-hating, there's more that love themselves and that embrace their blackness. So we're okay with people who say that they don't want to be black. It's just no double back. Whatever you are, hold your own nuts, hold your own filth, hold your own lineage, hold your own accomplishments. It's a beautiful thing. And I think we'll be able to get closer to understanding each other once we do that, because you're operating from a place of honor and honesty rather than, corruption and chicanery by cosplaying.
From why refer to yourself as a color? I feel like when we say black, it just sounds so harsh and like, this is black. I'm brown, I'm Nigerian at the end of the day.
You know what? This argument is so pathetic, and this is actually, oh snap! Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? We got cloudness in the building, and if either of y'all want to come up, just let me know. Roger, I ain't talking to you because Roger, I know you will only come up here if I got 1 million subs. So Roger, just disregard this. But if any one of the fam want to come up, let me know. I'll drop the link. But I don't know why people keep saying this idiotic stuff. Why y'all call yourselves black? My skin color is brown. Nobody is calling themselves black and saying, I'm saying that I'm black because my skin color is black. Most foundational black Americans have brown skin. They have even lighter foundational black Americans who are called red bones. They're still considered black. Most blacks are copper colored. When they said yellow peril, right? Guess what group they were talking about? Chinese people. Tell me, has anyone ever seen a yellow Chinese person? I haven't. I've heard them call Chinese people yellow. You've never seen a yellow Chinese person. And they're okay, because when they say yellow or call, the sellouts get called a Twinkie, yellow on the outside, white on the inside. Many people that are brown, we need to have a black and brown coalition to stick together. And I'm like, what brown are you talking about? AOC ain't brown. J-Lo, like they start naming a bunch of people who are not brown. You know what I mean? So this whole thing, like, hey, why would you call yourself black? Because my color is brown. Okay. Like, we're saying it as an ethnonym. Most white people are not white. They call Trump the orange man, but he's a white dude. But he's literally called the orange man. Why is that, right? There's a bunch of Italians who are swarthy. So what color are they? This is just the whole goofy. I don't want to call myself black because look at the skin tone. My skin tone is brown. It's like, y'all got to come with some new talking points. This is juvenile. No one is literally saying their skin is midnight black. And I don't know why you think that I don't want to call myself black because that's ghetto. I'm going to call myself African. And then you start complaining that people call you an African booty scratcher. Whatever you call yourself, there's going to be a name. Why y'all call yourselves black? I'm brown. Guess what they call brown people? Shit skin. So whatever term you come up with, hey, I'm indigenous, right? They call you spear chuckers and all sorts of stuff. They have a name for everything. I'm African. You're low IQ sub-Saharan. You guys didn't even build the wheel. You don't even have running toilets. So I don't know where people get off, think that them beating their chest and saying that they're African is somehow a badge of honor. To be honest, it's really not. The only people who held it in high esteem was foundational Black Americans. Africans in Africa ain't even uplifting Africa, which is why they was drooling over I Show Speed. Oh my God, look at what I Show Speed did. The dude is like 1920 and he went on an Africa tour. Where's some rich Nigerian? Where's Akon? Why didn't Akon do an Africa tour? Why is it on a foundational Black American kid to go over and big up Africa, a continent that he's not even from? You know what I mean? And these people that, this chick, do you think she's reporting live and direct
from Africa. Like, come on, man. I'm from the Bay Area, a itty bitty city called Pittsburgh, but you know, I be ooving and dooving all over. But y'all know Oakland, San Francisco, that's where I be at, right? So if somebody is stomping and stepping for Oakland, but they're never there, or let me say, if they're allegedly standing on business for Oakland, but they're never there. Matter of fact, they're not even in the state of California. They're in Seattle, but they're telling you how superior Oakland is, how rich Oakland is. How would you know, bro? You're never there. And this is what these people do in Africa. Oh, you just don't know. Oh, it's so much better. Oh, our culture is this. So why are you here again? If our culture is horrible, why are you here around us with our horrible culture? We have baby mama culture. Y'all say that we dumb and violent. Why would you come around these violent, disrespectful, degenerate, depraved niggas? That's how you frame us. And then you start looking in a country and you like, hold on. And your country, they got rolling blackouts, people defecating in the streets. They have a RAPE culture, which I'm going to get into. And you got the nerve to talk about foundational Black Americans. See, if you can't stand the heat, you got to get out the kitchen. And we don't mind going shot for shot, smoke for smoke. We've heard all of the tropes. We some fried chicken, watermelon eating, cotton picking, low IQ, sub-Saharan, black on black crime committing, 1350. Like, we heard all of the shit. Just keep them coming. The only thing is, see, those things just bounce off us. See, we just dodge those tropes and stereotypes like Neo from the Matrix. However, when we start clapping back, they hit like Tyson in his prime. And then they hit like Lennox Lewis in his prime. And then they start to hit like Muhammad Ali in his prime. And then people start, you know, they don't want to throw in the white towel just yet because they want to appear tough. But it's like, no, this is not a group that you really want to try to combat or contend with. For one, in roasting, and for one, for being the standard of cultural influence and dominance, right? As much as people say that we have no power and all of this other stuff, why would you be looking to a powerless, alleged, cultureless group to get all your sauce, swag, and bravado? That's saying that you are quite devoid of any type of creativity or certain level of being debonair, right? So you really should be paying homage to the foundationals, right? Because without us, many of the CMDs, the crusty, musty, dusties, wouldn't even be here.
Especially coming from a certain demographic. I think if you have the privilege of knowing where you're from, you shouldn't refer to yourself as a color, because if you know where you're from, why refer to yourself as a color? I feel like when we say black, it just sounds so harsh and like, this is black. I'm brown, you know, I'm Nigerian at the end of the day. Like, that's who I am. That's where I come from. So,
the man who freed the slaves, Obama isn't the descendant of slaves. His father emigrated from Kenya in 1959, and his mom is the Swiss Miss Girl. Some are even claiming that the senator has not lived the, quote, black experience, and Is Barack Obama black?
No, he's not.
Is Barack Obama black?
No, he's not. In the American political context, black means the son of West African, the descendant of West African slaves brought here to labor in the United States. It's not a put down. It's not to say that he hasn't suffered. It's not to say that he doesn't have a glorious lineage of his own. It's just to say that he and I, who am descended from West African slaves brought to America, we are not the same.
On the dead homies. But the thing is, black, understand this, black is not just a color. That signifies a lineage and a struggle. You understand? Black is not just a color. It's not just a melanin. It's based on a lineage. You understand? It's based on resistance. We actually chose black because they were saying Negro and the N-word and colored and all of that. No. We're foundational Black Americans, not just foundational Americans. Because yeah, people try to co-opt that. They can try to remix that. Now, when you say foundational Black American, now you're being very, very specific. You understand? Yeah, blackness, the Black identity is legally and historically recognized throughout history. Blackness, that's been used to determine access, exclusion, exploitation, from slavery, the 3/5 clause, Jim Crow, redlining, mass incarceration. They were doing that to Black people. They use the word Black, and we're gonna let them know, okay, yes, we're still Black and you still owe us. Now, I ain't about to make this shit vague. No. We're owed as Black folks, as foundational Black Americans. We're gonna use the legal and social language used against us to get compensation, which includes Black.
And that's why they keep trying to muddy the waters with all of this people of color, marginalized groups, minorities, disadvantaged groups, distressed groups, anything so that they don't have to say Black. But what they will say is Black people were lynched. Black people were brutalized by the police. Black people had hoses and dogs sicked on them. Black people went through sharecropping, debt peonage, mass incarceration, racial targeting, Iran Contras, COINTELPRO, etc. And the way that we're going to help the Blacks who went through all of this Black pain and Black injustice, we're going to open the border and bring in more immigrants. Surely that will help the Black people. And after we help the Black people, then we're going to help the trans people get bathrooms, because surely that will help the Black people, right? And are you saying that trans rights are not civil rights? Like, so this is kind of where we're at. And, you know, unfortunately, with the political climate, people just use Blackness to get them in the door to say, hey, look, my plight is legit. Look, I'm hitching it to the Black wagon. And when they say, oh, well, that is a legitimate grievance, then they swap out the Black and say people of color, you know what I mean? Which means that pretty much anyone that's non-Black, but I mean, that's non-white. But we've been joined by an illustrious guest. Cloudness, is that really you?
Yes, sir. What's going on, brother?
Was good with the big dog, man. So we got Cloudness in the building. I think it's only like a little bit more of this video, like 2 minutes left. But I'm gonna let you say your piece, and then I'm gonna play the rest of this video, and then I'm going to pull up a different one. So how long have you been listening?
Oh yeah, I just popped in, man. I was on TikTok because I was waiting for Tariq maybe to come on, because he supposed to address that 19 keys nonsense, man.
Yeah, that was gonna be the next video that I'm getting into. So I'm not gonna tap in on that yet.
I don't know exactly what 19 keys. I've been seeing them on the internet, but I haven't even been checking for it, because I don't really be checking for these dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? If they off code, I don't even give them no airtime, B. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what I listen. I ain't mess with I ain't mess with nothing in a minute, man. I've been chocolate dipping right now. I'm on my I didn't switch the code. Yeah, man. I've been dipping in the chocolate, man.
No, hold on.
Go ahead.
I gotta hit you.
Hope, please. Nigga, please. Hope.
Nigga, what?
Nigga, please. Nigga, please. What? What did you say, nigga?
Did I hear that?
Yeah, man. I just switched back to my old self, man. I you know what I mean? I had my little fun, you know what I mean? I had my run. I ain't doing no tricks about it.
It's fun to play in the snow and make snow angels. I hear you, bro.
Oh, yeah. I had a nice little run. I don't do no, I don't do no tripping, dude. Like if it's time to get guap, I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't even put.
Tricking though, right? You wasn't making it rain on. You wasn't making. You didn't turn it to Fat Joe and Lil Wayne and make it rain on them.
Listen. I don't operate. I get my shit off the strength, B. I get mine off the strength, not off the pocket, B. You know what I'm saying? If you pocket watching, you looking for the wrong dude, because you ain't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? you get Nathaniel. You get Nathaniel out of my pocket, yo. You get no guap. You know what I'm saying? I'm stingy with mine, yo. I put them to work though. You know what I mean? So, but
Yeah,
nah, I haven't. I ain't even dipping like that right now. I'm just on some chill right now, bro.
no, I respect it, and you know what? That is it's better for longevity too as well. But let me play that quick video since you brought it up. I was gonna get into the other video because I do have another video to address.
Right.
I might just hit it right now. But this is the video. It's only like 59 seconds.
Go ahead, do your thing, bro. I just go ahead, do your thing. I didn't. I wasn't trying to change the subject or anything. I had came in late though. Like
No,
I was on.
I actually was gonna touch on that. It's just I was about to pull the video up. But it's all right. I'm gonna just get into this one. This one only 59 seconds.
You're right.
Okay, go ahead. Do your thing, bro.
Wrong at the same time. Right. So essentially, a lot of this is centered around foundational Black Americans. That is a lineage-based group who does act like an organization or a movement with a center head, which would be Tariq Nasheed. Now, he says that he is not the head of it. It's a lineage, right? And we are not a group, but he definitely acts like, the leader of the group, if you will. And then there is the way that they treat and talk about Africans. So it's very demeaning, right? They talk about delineation, right, which is a separation and saying that, look, we are Black Americans. We are not associated with other groups, and we don't want to be grouped and classed in as well. We are from America, right? We have our rights in America, and we're going to continue to make strides and progress here in this land, which is not a foreign concept, right? When there were schemes to push the, you're right, and there's a degree of being wrong.
So I don't really know where this full video is, but so since it's only 59 seconds, I just let it play full. So I'm gonna play it, and then now I'm finna break this
at the
down.
same time, right? So essentially, a lot of this is centered around foundational Black Americans. That is a lineage-based group who does act like an organization or a movement with.
Nigga, how do we act like an organization? He's the one running around with Billy Carson and doing all this shit where nigga, like, don't you actually have an organization? So this is that projection shit too, where they keep trying to make Tariq leader. Like, that nigga Tariq is not my daddy, bruh. Like, I don't wake up every day and get on my knees and pray to Tariq and shit like that. So this whole thing where Tariq is y'all leader and all this shit, the nigga said that he's not a leader, and then they keep trying to put this leader jacket on him. Even if I wanted Tariq to be my leader, which he's not, the nigga said that he's not. So why you keep trying to put that jacket on him, bruh? Imagine this football team.
He been paid off, bro. He been I was watching. I seen Prophetic Flacco say something about it, and he was talking about how he been over there in Africa for like almost 10 years, and they don't even
Pan-African tour or something.
Yeah, he said he said at 19 Keys they gave him the keys to the city pretty much when he came over there. So he been compromised, dog. You know what I mean? So hopefully.
This delineation is kind of drying up their little tours. Now FBAs, we standing on lineage business. So niggas like, bro, I ain't trying to go back. First of all, there's no go back. Like, how could I go back?
Yeah, because you know what? I talked to my uncle. He just had his birthday Saturday. He turned 77, and he's the head of the family now because he's the last one. He's the oldest of my dad's siblings. Because my grandmother, grandfather, all my grandparents are gone, and so he's the elder statesman of the family. And I was telling him, I said, yo, man, you can't be, he used to be in solo dolo because he did 2 tours in Vietnam. He got a Purple Heart. But this dude is 77 and he moving around New York still like he just, you know what I'm saying? But I told him, I said, yo, bro, look, man, because he got a lot of knowledge. I come to find out, he said, my grandfather's sister was married to Sam Cooke's brother or something like that. So we have Cooks in our family, and he said they live in the DC area or whatever. So he has a lot of knowledge of the family. So we supposed to have a family reunion this summer. And so we trying to get all the clouds back together because, it seemed like since my grandmother and my grandfather was good, it kind of like fractured the family, you know what I mean? Like everybody been just out just doing their thing, man. So But yeah, man, we coming together and bringing the family back. But yeah, man, I just started doing a lot of going back into history and stuff, man. But my great grandmother was a black native. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandfather, he was half Cherokee.
Hold on,
Like my
Cloud.
yeah.
Hold on real quick, cuz. Let me give a shout out to the
Okay.
illest Israelite on 2 feet, the Big C, Travion Phillips in the building. And I want you to cook Cloudness because right now there's a lot of people in the NYC, you know.
Right.
NYC is basically like the immigrant central now. So now there's pretty much have tried to erase what the foundationals have created.
Yeah,
And now
yeah.
they're literally
They're Sister Brooke and Divine and they're going out to that burial thing tomorrow. It's tomorrow in New York. Yeah, they all going out there. They're going out there. And Daniel, he said he's gonna drive out there. Yeah, man, and we need to protest this because they're going.
they're trying to get a reparation. And you know
what? The people of Ghana, they're trying to come to the grave site to act like they're their ancestors, and they're trying to have a ceremony. We listen. I know I left New York a long time ago, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But like my grandmother, on my mom's side, who just she moved down here, but back in '89, she left. She used to live in Bushwick, okay, on Jefferson Avenue. My grandmother raised my mom and raised foster kids for the state of New York for years. Matter of fact, that same block my mom and dad met on. My mom and dad had their first apartment in my grandmother's house in her brownstone. You know what I'm saying? But my grandmother got moved. She had to leave Bushwick because they was robbing her every time she would go to Myrtle Ave to go to the bank and stuff. They knew she had money because she'd been working for the state of New York as a foster mother, and she got tired of it and she sold her brownstone to the Japanese. To the Chinese. They had a corner store. They had a corner thing, but my grandmother sold that brownstone to her back in '89, and she moved to North Carolina, Elizabeth City, because that's where my mom's mom is from. They're from Elizabeth City, and you know, got that the HBCU down there, Elizabeth City State. I got family that's in that they're like deans and stuff in that college, but that's where my mom is from, Elizabeth City, North Carolina, but she was born in Harlem with her. But anyways, so my grandmother left and moved to North Carolina because that's when Bushwick was really turning all Puerto Rican. So I seen that a long time ago. So after that, it's been like that for a while in New York, man. It's just that they didn't have their numbers up. Like I remember the last time I went, it was like last time I really went back was we had a family. It was crazy because you know what? I was never used to seeing Mexicans in New York City, dog. And I remember when this was like midway 2000s, yo. And I was coming down Atlantic Avenue. Because I usually work. My uncle and them. They work for the milk company, right? It used to be Sunnydale, but it's called something else now. I can't remember the name of it now, but they changed the name of it. But anyways, we used to go to Staten Island because when I go up there, I usually go to work with him on a milk route. And we driving down, I think it's Atlantic Avenue, and I seen Mexican flags, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" I had never seen that before in New York. I said, "Oh yeah, the takeover's over. It's real." Because usually you'd never seen Mexicans in New York. You never seen them before, or they was a small population, or you just thought it was Puerto Rican. But they didn't have their flags flying like it. But the last time I was there, they had their flags flying. They was just holding. I was like, "What the hell, man, dude?"
That's what happened. They wait till they get their numbers up before they all, hey, senora, would you like some?
They real low key. They real low key, man. But yeah, dude, when I came, when we came down there, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. I'm used to seeing it because I'm in Texas now. You know, I'm used to seeing Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't used to seeing that in New York.
In the belly of the beast. You in Cali, you in Texas, there's this the belly of the beast.
Oh yeah, I don't worry about payals, man. I don't worry about no payals. You know what I'm saying? I used to work for one, you know what I'm saying? And he was cool Pete. I'm gonna check this out, yo. So you know I was a personal security and whatever have you know what I'm saying, for this dude, man. And this is just my personal experience. So they had dudes from Honduras, they had Cuban dudes that worked for this Mexican guy, right? I'm his bodyguard and his personal security. So when it was time to get to work, whatever have you, you know what I'm saying? When he wasn't around, the other ones they try to tax me, yo. And I just call him on the horn, and he had to check them fools, man, because they was like, "Oh, this Morano," you know what I mean? And I told him, I said, "As long as you don't say no disrespectful shit to my face, you won't get you won't get lifted off the ground, yo, because you already know." But they try to play that because they always speak in Spanish. Even I'm talking about the Hondurans, the Cubans, and the Mexicans. And they sided, and they would when he wasn't around, they try to treat me a different way. You know what I'm saying? And I called him. I said, "Yo, man, didn't you tell me the price was this?" And he got on the phone. I remember one time he got on the phone and he checked them fools. And he's like, "No," and he's like, "Cloud is family. If I ever catch you trying that again,
So
it's on."
some of my regular streams,
Yeah, but go ahead, brother. I kind of ran off a little bit, but yeah, dude. Yeah, man, when they get their numbers up, man, they get real hot. They get real funny style, B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
But
that's what Trey said. That's what they do. They wait till they make a move, which is very cowardly. And the reason why it's cowardly is because when they out on the outside, they just be cosplaying, trying to act like niggas and say, I'm only acting like this because I grew up around niggas. Then when they get locked up, they click inside with the woods and their parents.
This is in the free world, B. This is in the free world. You know what I mean? This is the free world. I'm not even talking about on the inside. I'm talking about on the outside, B. And you know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is they would always come to the black club, you know what I'm saying? Because it was always lit. And that's why I respected the dude that I worked for, you know what I'm saying? Because he was like, nah, I'm not having that. He said, man, that's family right there. Cloud is family. He gonna keep us safe more than when it's time to, you know what I'm saying? Because we would go to Houston and all this, and it'd be only like me. I'm the only black dude. And you know, when you run into other black people, they not be trying to hear that. So I used to have to talk to them. I was like, look, because I ain't here, because I only got time to be shooting people. Because I'll shoot you. I ain't got time to play with you. So we're not finna even go through all that. And so it was cool, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's that's only on small occasions that you find that happening, you know what I'm saying? Because most of the time they get their numbers up, they get to acting, they get to tripping. But yeah, man. But I'm sorry, I kind of went off on topic, man. I'm sorry about that, brother.
Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna pull up the video now, but I just pulled this up real quick, and this was in Boyle Heights. 7 Latino gang members charged in Boyle Heights, firebombing of black families. They did this on Mother's Day too. This was, I believe, like 2016 or something like that. They were going around spraying NK nigger killer and shit like that. And,
You know
what happened is,
you know what?
Then they try to say it was xenophobic and you hate Mexicans and shit. But when they did this, they got racist Latino gangs in LA as well. So they helped them cover it up. They didn't even do shit. They was just like,
yeah, see, you know, that's the problem. See, we've been so accepting of everybody that we ain't put them things on them people, man. We ain't really dropped them bows on the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm with all that now. You know what I'm saying? It's up with me. Like, there's too much talking going on for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of talking. I'm ready to get it in. You know what I'm saying? But they don't really want no smoke right now. They don't want no smoke from us right now. That's why they crying and they begging and pleading and crying and doing. But it's a good thing. Like I said before, this is God's work. They put Trump got back in office because it's exposing all their hatred. We seeing who they are now. The ones that are asleep, the 92% of them, the boule and all them old busted ass dudes. If they don't see what's popping with these people right now, these people are all showing they actually showing their fangs now, B. And that's why it's good that Trump is in office.
Here, and that's why honestly the boule has to go, bro. Like I heard Swollen Roland was crying, talking about the CBC may be wiped out. The CBC is tethers, bro. It's like almost more than half of it is
I suggest everybody that's in earshot of this, man. Y'all listen to this. We voting everything against them Democrats. I don't care who it is. I'm voting against them hoes, man. They got to go, dog. Any day in the CBC, them hoes, I'm voting the opposite way. Like Jasmine Crockett, I made sure I didn't vote for her. I made sure I didn't vote for her. Yeah,
and
so get
this. She still could have won the primary. The thing is, because she lost by 100,000 votes, and then certain counties, I can't remember, but it's a bunch of counties in Texas where one county got 1,000,000 black people alone, another county got 500,000 black people. But the thing is, her campaign was pandering towards Latinos, and
the black people are starting to see what time it is. And I'm glad that people are actually waking up and they seeing this bullshit that's happening, and they sit down and or they vote the opposite. Listen, we already at a disadvantage. They done flooded the country with these people, man, and they fighting so hard for these people, dog. Listen, we don't have nothing else to lose. Let's go ahead and get these people out the paint, dog, and let them feel our wrath for real. They won't be I'm not satisfied until they all fall. Hakeem Jeffries, all them bitch ass niggas, dog. Straight up.
Cory Booker,
all of them.
But hold on,
all them whole ass niggas in the CDC. All them niggas can go to hell as far as I'm concerned. All of them. They all can go to hell. Straight up.
Salute to the lovely, illustrious, sincere Saida in building. And Travion says, I dress way too nice and spend too much on firearms to get dirty. This the whole thing, bro. When I was young,
I'm in Texas. I don't leave the house without my on my side, B. I don't walk out the door, and I got 2 clips plus extras, yo.
You keep the hammer.
Listen, man, I keep it close, B. Closer than that. I keep it closer than my wallet, yo. I keep my wallet in my backpack. I don't even carry my wallet in my pants, yo, just in case I have to get off.
Remember,
I back out hot, bro.
Remember that Jadakiss had that by your side. You feel me? That
always. Listen, I was telling my Pop Dukes. Me and my Pop Dukes, we was talking to my brother. I was like, y'all niggas out here tripping, yo. I said, y'all better stay strapped. He said, my dad was like, yeah. I started riding around my thing. I said, man, you like 30 years late, B. I've been doing this since the 90s. Mine's been on my side since the 90s. My gift been on my hip for a long time. I don't know what y'all talking about. I've been on this time. Y'all just now catching up. Y'all need to catch up to where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real. I stay with a go-go gadget, and this is the thing, bruh. Like, and shout out to Travion because, like, bruh. So I tell people too, bruh. You never know how the mess could unfold, so you kind of gotta dress.
Listen, what did Exhibit say? It's better be caught with it than caught without one. God damn it! It's better be caught with it than caught without one. I don't know what they talking about, dog. I don't know nothing. Listen, I've been on this time, B. I've been on this time.
Or is better better to have it and not need it rather than need it and not have it. And this is the whole thing too. For me, I mean, we can actually talk it out because I got thick skin. We can say, nigga, fuck you, all this other shit. And we can say, bro, what is this shit really about? Nigga, you tripping off a bitch. Nigga, you can have that hoe. Nigga, I don't want, and then it don't even have to escalate. However, if you do want it to escalate, then like I said, bro, and this is what I always get cats with now, because before, we grew up in the land of the scandalous, so it was about throwing hands. You line up, you throw hands, but now once you look at the picture in its totality, it's called shooting a fair one, but there's no such thing as a fair fight, bro. Niggas have grabbed my hair, bro, tried to grab my nuts, bro, like eye gouge.
Anything goes.
Anything goes, baby. There's nothing.
Anything goes, bro. But see, B-Eazy. The only thing is different is only reason why I keep my hawk on me too. I keep a blade and I keep my thing on me. So if you get in close range, you getting hit with that hawk too. I hit you with the hawk. I'm good with both, yo. I'm good with both. I'm ambidextrous, baby.
Great too.
Hey, I like my gun, but yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
spray, bruh. Like I just got put on to one of those sprays, bruh. And like, man, they got some spray that'll hit a cat, bro, before they
Yeah.
even get in your range. So that I'm not playing with cats no more. For
Yeah,
one,
but
not only
the
that, I'm
thing is,
a player. I
the
drag
thing,
and fly. I got too much to lose. And not
right,
only that, since these niggas want to be extra gangster and thug, I say, you know what? I ain't even gonna hold you. Nigga, you are the biggest thug on the planet, and I fear for my life. So when I went up top,
word.
is because I was scared. Nigga, I feared for my life from you. You the big bad gangster, nigga. You Tony Montana. I'm
Mm-hmm.
scared of that. So nigga,
But
when I blam
well, the
you,
thing is,
it's gonna
the thing is, you got these crackers out here. They think they got that battery in their back. They fly. And they think they really hard. But the thing is, like I told my brother, I said, dude, I don't really worry about people running up on me because I'm 6'3" and some change and 260, 265. I ain't really worried about that. If you get in my range if you want to, I'm gonna send you somewhere else. You gonna be in ICU messing with me. If not, you're gonna need a gurney to cart your ass away when I finish with you. So I don't be worried about people just running up on me, yo. You know, I'm not worried about that. But the thing is, these suckers, these crackers down here, they been getting real powerful down here. They get the stud up every once in a while. So but I be with. But when they see me alive, when they just move out my way. When I go in the store, a lot of times they be, oh, you want to go in front of me? Yeah, it's cool. I'll go in front of you. I'm only getting one thing anyways. Yeah, I'm getting a pack of cigarettes anyway. What you talking about? Yeah, I'll get in front of you. Yeah, come on, guy, come on, buddy. Yeah, get in front. Yeah, because if I don't like the way you say something to me, you might get slapped straight up. My hands itch to put my hands itch. I don't even want to fight black people no more unless it's them tellers, yo.
I can't even do
But
it.
I know them.
However,
I know them tellers don't really. They ain't got no boxing game. They ain't gonna do nothing but run their mouth. That's why on the internet, I don't even go into spaces where they be doing that back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Because I just can't hear these dudes talking tough on the internet. I can't listen to bitch niggas talk shit on the internet, and you a cell warrior. Because if I was in front of you, I'd step on your chest and step on your head. You know what I'm saying? But that's another subject. We trying to keep it we trying to keep it copacetic on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to come and blow up your spot. You know how I get me. I'm trying to. I'm really. I'm really cutting myself off a little bit by trying to contain myself.
Get you. This is the PG-13 cloud. Let me play some of the video though.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
All right.
A lot of shenanigans going on over here. A lot of people. So listen, the locals.
So now, and this is why delineation is important, because over in Nigeria, there's something called an Ozoro festival. It's literally some sort of RAPE ritual where they advise the women to stay in the house because the dudes are too obnoxious and they might try to rip their clothes off and forcibly penetrate them, right? And then what happens is, because once these videos get shared on a massive global scale, then they'll talk about, look how black men are acting, and nah, them niggas is Nigerian. Don't try to flat blackness this thing. And then instead of saying, oh yeah, they actually is Nigerian, that's Nigerian culture, or this is whatever African culture, and they need to rectify or clean this up, it turns into, why y'all being divisive? That's like a psyop, nigga. That ain't no fucking psyop you want us to claim. Look, bruh, if I did some dirt and I didn't drop 3-4 bodies in the street, okay, fine. I do the crime, I do the time. Nigga, don't try to credit me with a whole extra 10 bodies that I didn't drop and say, oh, well, it was somebody that had your same skin tone, so I figured y'all was all the same. No, it's not all the same. So we gonna break down how they had a literal RAPE festival in some part of Africa. I think it was Nigeria. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll get into it.
It gets a little out of hand. During the ritual hours, women need to stay indoors. Now, this is some kind of little janky tradition that they got over there. It's supposed to be rooted in fertility symbolism, but now dudes out here doing some real thirsty ass stuff. And they're calling it the Grape Festival, where they are flexually, I'm watching my words, flexually assaulting women out there. Yeah, I know it sounds weird, don't it? That this is what they say. So listen, let's look at some of the stories of what people are saying that's happening out there. All right. Let me show you some of the footage. I'm going to show some of the footage that's a little less graphic, but just to give you an idea of what the people are saying. Hold on. It's real thirsty activity out here. Hold on. So the dudes are rushing women. Oh, okay. I don't want to show that. Okay, I'm not trying to show a lot of this stuff, okay? Before it gets too graphic, I'm not going to show all the graphics.
And for the dudes, I don't get that, man. This definitely ain't FBA culture. Like, bruh, we get it off the muscle, bruh, off the brain muscle, off the mouthpiece, bruh, off the silver/platinum tongue. That's how we get the job done. Like, I'm about finesse. This is if the ism is really in you, not on you, then it's a non-contact sport. You see what I'm saying? So the fact that these dudes are propping up some sort of celebratory day where you go over, like, I don't get it, right? I don't know how someone could get aroused by you kind of got to be a sick, twisted, demented dude to kind of really be rock solid hard off some RAPE fantasy. You know what I mean? I don't really get that. I mean, that's not my type of thing. My thing is about consensual, right? You lay the Mac down, the Macaframa Lama, you know what I mean? You find a bad mama jamma and spit that ism, that Macaframa Lama in her ear, and then that's how you obtain and secure the box, right? That's how you secure Pandora's box and open it and bust it wide open, right? But that's off the strength of your intellect and your sophistication. So I can't condone this. This is extremely disgusting. So this is why we have to delineate. This ain't our culture. When they try to say, what about Chicago and what about Oakland? Niggas in Oakland ain't doing this shit, especially in Oakland or Chicago. That's the land of the game. This looked like the land of the lame.
Let me play what some of the people are saying about this thing.
Let me fast forward this.
All right, these are some of the local.
Serious dictation was driving me crazy.
Had to fast forward that. All right, we're back at it.
I was only sexually harassed. I remember back then, on my way back from summer lesson, this group of teenage boys, they were my age, broad daylight like this. These people, my friend that was friends since secondary school, because after holiday now, I went back to school and I gisted my friend. She was like, "Sure, you said something like this happened to you," and I was like, "You remember?" It was traumatizing. You understand? It was traumatizing to me. I was coming back from summer lesson with my friends, my neighbors. These people rushed me.
So shout out to Cloudness. Cloudness dropped down. Salute to you for coming up. I'm probably gonna rock out for a little bit more. But if anybody else wants to come up for a little bit, just let me know. Oh, it looks like Cloudness came back up. I think he accidentally dropped. Okay.
They rushed me. I said, these people, they rushed me. So they're putting their hand in my body. Like, when up to 7 people, they're touching my breast,
And shout out to Braxton. You know what? I was about to watch it last night. I literally was about to watch it last night and I didn't. So I'm gonna watch it this week because I kind of want to talk about it. I've seen like little scenes and stuff, but no, I haven't watched the movie yet. But thanks for reminding me.
You ain't seen Sinners yet?
Nah.
Oh, bro, you slacking. You slacking, bro.
But bro, I've been hella busy. Huh?
Right. It's on HBO Max.
Right now. No, I literally seen it. I was about to watch it last night, and then oh damn, Roger, don't Roger, you
Oh
mofo.
Lord.
Okay, Roger, you want to play? Okay, Roger, hold on, Roger. Hold on, Cloud. This one for Roger.
Okay, see now you found yourself a nigga. You was looking for a nigga. Nigga here now. See.
Okay. Today's forecast: dark and cloudy, and chance of drive-by.
This shit just got rigged.
Well, what you gonna do, bitch?
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
You ever heard of rolling 20s, nigga? Since I was 16, nigga. See, what he thought was he could come up in here and make the rules, but now he see that I run this bitch, and now he about to bounce. Whoa, hold on here, bro. Excuse me, okay? First of all, who are you? Respect that, that's all I ask, bro. That's all I ask. Excuse me, everybody, please listen up. I do need your attention. I'ma say this once, because I ain't gonna say it again. All right? We almost had an altercation up in here. I don't want it to happen again. All right? So remember these 3 words. Respect my house. All right?
We got a problem? I said, do we have a problem? I said, do we have a problem? Huh? Oh, USSR. Now you better get your stank asses up out of here before I cause a nuclear holocaust up in here, fool. Be Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That's right, boy. You better get on out of here.
Roger, don't don't play with me like that. Don't play with your boy like that.
I see you got the clips ready to go, y'all. You crazy, dude.
You gotta have them on deck. If you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. That's the hand me on me, right? Like you know what 50 said. You know, I don't know how he said it, but you know when they about to pop it, it don't be no time to cock it. You feel me?
Right.
Already be loaded and ready to unload. You feel me?
Right. I see you. Oh man. Why is Roger in the chat? Why he ain't on the link? What's going on with him?
Roger, he won't hit my link. I don't got enough subscribers. You feel me? This the Chitlin circuit over here. You
know what, man? We gotta support you, bro. I mean, like, YouTube is not even sending no notifications. I just happen to get on YouTube.
Bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. My channel was shadow banned. I've been trying to tell cats that. They thought I was jawsing, bro. Like, I really got to get it off the muscle, bro. Like,
because I was on TikTok, right? And I was like, well, I was waiting for Tariq and everything. And I was like, well, let me go on to YouTube because I already watched Phil Scott earlier. I watch him at 7. And I was on Afro Elite. That's why, because usually I watch Demetri K. You know what I'm saying? Off of Afro.
Hold on, Cloudness. It looks like we had the guy has been summoned.
Yeah. Get out of here with all that.
It's Little Bill and Mr. United Amistad Fund himself. Roger, is that really you, Roger?
Yeah, I had to get my I had to put that moniker that JB told me I was.
No, I like that. That's a good moniker. And you that was a well played. I got to give you a touche with the black card. So you do got your I'll give you this, Roger. Your black card privileges has been fully restored. But just one last thing, Roger.
And I quote, you know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
That's all I had.
Hey, you know what, B-Eazy? I was just on the phone with Roger earlier, man. We was chopping it up. We was just chopping it up a couple of hours ago. I was on the phone with him. I was just on the wall with him.
Oh, Travion says he's seen it 4 times. See, I feel bad. Big Rig seen Sinners. Cloud has seen Sinner. Travion.
I seen it several times. Sometimes I just put it on and go. I put it on right before I'm going to sleep and just turn it on and go to sleep watching it. Just on GP. Yeah, man. I just do it on GP, man. Just put it on, man. You know what I mean?
Y'all got me feeling bad, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Just give me 1 second, bro. They on my head, man. I ain't seen the Sinners, bro. Don't trip, y'all. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it this week.
I can't see the chat because I'm on my phone, man. I can't even see the chat. I can't see what they're saying in the chat down there.
You should be able to see it if you look at how you messaged me in the private chat. There should be an area where it says comments. You should be able to see it.
Oh, okay. I see it now. Now. Okay.
So Big Rig says he never seen Black Panther. So Big Rig, do I got to take your card? However, I only watched the first one. I didn't watch the second one because they did the second one pretty much how they did Brooklyn and the Bronx.
I didn't watch the second one. I didn't watch the second one either, dude.
I'm just like, come on, bro. Is this Black Panther or
nah? It was Payal Central. That's what it was. Payal Central.
Cool, bro. They turned that shit into like Horchata Panther. I'm good, bro. Like when.
Yeah.
Oh, which one was this? The second one?
The second Black Panther. They had these Mexicans running over and beating the hell out of the Wakandans.
Oh. Got it. You're talking about the okay.
It was it was a Neymar. They talking about the Submariner and his crew.
Yeah,
Submariner.
Right,
they made him a Mexican.
Mexican. Keep this, bro. The Mexicans in Mexico, they was mad because they was like, why didn't they get a lighter Mexican? No joke, bro. Because they said that Neymar dude was hella dark. And you know, like they practice blancamiento mejoró la raza. So if you look at Univision and Telemundo, they got all those like kind of, they got the Jessica Albas, the Christina Aguileras, right? Those are the Latinas that they present. So they like, bro, why'd you put this dark dude up here? So there was some backlash back there, and then they briefly talked about colorism in Mexico. So if there's a dark Mexican and he's going through it, what you think the niggas is going through over there?
Yeah, they call them negretos or something like that. They call them negritos. Yeah, that's what they call them.
And pinche miate, morenos, and also chango, monkeys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they expect you to not know the language, so when they talking crap about you, you're not supposed to know.
Well, here's a funny
thing. You know what's crazy? I haven't even like that Woman King and none of that. I ain't watched none of that nonsense, man. Like I with the second Black Panther, I started watching it. I was like, man, this is too much, yo. I said, man, I can't even do this.
Woman King shit is just some weird shit. Like right now, nigga, would you watch a movie called The Man Queen?
No.
So why the fuck would I watch some Woman King shit? And then on top of that, the Woman King, it just showed these niggas as like some buck broken docile niggas. Like the niggas was too pussy, so they had to have the women stand up and fight for them. I'm cool, bro. That's so I don't want to see that shit, bro.
Word.
Did you see and here's the funny thing. Because of those people in Namor, those supposed to be Atlanteans. And according to the comic books, they're blue. Only Namor was white or lighter color, whatever you want to say it.
He was white.
Right. He was right.
And on top of that,
hold on, just like Aquaman. Aquaman was lily white. He had like blonde hair, and then they was like, oh, I guess the Jason Hawaiian dude will suffice. But nobody was saying that was woke though.
Yeah, and they had.
Go ahead. You got it, Roger.
Yeah, and they said, because of licensing, they said they did it that way. They didn't want to like bite off of DC. But here's the thing: Namor, just to get a little, just to nerd out on you a little bit. Namor came before Aquaman. Namor came a year after Superman. So Namor was the very first hero in Marvel in 1939. So it was Superman in 1938, Action Comics #1. Then it was Namor in 1939 with Marvel. They called it Timely Comics. Batman came out that same year in Detective Comics. And there was something else he was going to say. Something about oh man, I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, they got it wrong altogether because they're supposed to be blue anyway.
Right.
So it's just like, whatever the case is. But yeah, whatever I was going to say, I forgot the other thing I was going to say. But
man, this is like we just kicking it on the phone, man. This is what this is.
Hold on, I'm gonna get into the video. He said I seen Black Panther and a dashiki. Okay, salute to bruh. Did you have a blue one? But yeah, so this is what Namor in the comics actually looked like.
Yeah.
So like you said, this
he
one
more like Asian anyways. He kind of like Asian.
Yeah, right. Looking like
yeah,
Mr.
he
Spock.
is. He is. That's what he looked like.
Yeah.
Same ears and everything. It's Mr. Spock.
Like
he got that's what that's what he's supposed to look like. They didn't change him up, man. They made him all like made him like Aztecas. That's what they made him like. That's what they made him like in the movie.
It's like, bro, who is this? And speaking of like, because like everyone now, this is like the new age one of them trying to make him like this kind of like Mexican dude.
Well, they can do all that because Stan Lee's gone now, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's they really Marvel is really kind of it's really political. It's but it's taking up it's the small hats is taking over that. You know what I mean? Over Marvel Studio plus Disney. You know what I'm saying? So
Stan Lee himself was a small hat. His name.
Yeah, but the thing is he was more
secular
ally. He was more of an ally than he was an op. You know what I'm saying? He was more an ally than an op. You know what I'm saying? So I respect Stan Lee because he actually had he had the most black characters. Storm, Black Panther. He had all of them different characters, dog. If you just look at Marvel, DC has just gotten a few black characters, but Marvel been having black characters. That's why I rock with Marvel. The only thing I rock with DC is Batman. That's it. All them other niggas are suckers.
Had a black Green Lantern, but then they always kind of make him janky and try to turn him gay and do all sorts of
see. Because Green Lantern is supposed to be black, but they made him
gay or something.
He was in the cartoons back in the late 80s, early 90s. The Green Lantern was black on the cartoon.
He was.
Yeah, John Stewart. By the way, here's a little factoid or whatever you want to call it. The Black Panther character came out a few months before they formed the Black Panthers in Oakland.
Yeah, see, Stan Lee was an innovator, dog. He was ahead of his time as far as depicting the world how it's supposed to look. He did it in the comics, you know what I'm saying? That's why I rock with him, yo.
Magneto and Professor X, he said he modeled them after
hold up, before you say that, I got to correct that. You're thinking of when Chris Claremont got a hold of Magneto and Professor X. From Stan Lee's own mouth, he said, "No, I just made him as good guy, bad guy. Nothing any deep than that." When you think of Magneto and Professor X today, you're thinking of Chris Claremont because when Stan Lee and Jack Kirby made the X-Men, they weren't really that popular. But it was when Len Wein and Chris Claremont and Dave Crockram said, you know what, we're going to create a new X-Men team, except this time it's going to be international. So they went to Germany, got Nightcrawler, went to Kenya, got Storm, went to former Soviet Union, got Colossus, went to Alberta, Canada to get Wolverine. So that part right there, because he even said it himself. He's just like, no, I was just making like good guy, bad guy, because they weren't really that deep in that first 93 something issues. But anyway, keep going.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but you got to remember. He also had Bishop. He had
Bishop.
Bishop was black. Right. What's the other?
Did y'all know about this dude? Braxton told me some dude named Blue Marvel.
Yeah, I know about him. He came about like after I stopped collecting. He's a pretty
right. Yeah, like just like with the what's the other black chick, Misty? I play the Contest of Champions on my phone, and I have like all the Misty Knight, yeah, but they got hold on. Matter of fact, let me pull it up on my iPad since I'm sitting here.
But you gotta understand, Stan Lee didn't create Bishop. That was Jim Lee.
Okay.
Also, we forgot two of the biggest ones. Blade.
Oh yeah, Blade. Yeah.
Blade, who he resurrected Marvel, and also War Machine too. War Machine.
War Machine. Yeah, War Machine. Hold on a second. I'm gonna pull up the ones that I'm gonna pull up the black ones here. Go ahead, y'all finish talking. I'm gonna pull it up here in a minute.
Even though I don't think Nick Fury was black in the comics, though.
No, he wasn't.
No, yeah, but I'm glad. Yeah, but they did good by doing that though, putting him on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson was the man now.
Yeah, but damn it, it's loading right now. Hold on.
If we ever make a movie about Cloudness, we're gonna get Samuel L. Jackson to play him.
Nah, man.
Uh-oh, what happened? Did I get kicked off? Oh.
Nah, you still on here?
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see here.
All right, let me pull the video up though, because we just been shooting it. But let me pull the video up because I did want to get to at least some of that before I shut it down. And pretty much, I really want to just fast forward it to. Hold on.
A word we say, or they whine and complain. Everything we say that's critical. The name of the game is just to. It's rooted in community, survival, joy, overcoming oppression.
Okay, here he goes.
Degradation. You're going to have to get some act right. I see you, you see me. All right? We can do this like gentlemen, or it can go somewhere else. Yes, yeah, like the mafia, yeah, you got kneecaps too. Right. But a lot of these Pan-African folks, man.
So this is where it's going to really highlight why delineation is the only way forward. We have to delineate. And some people try to frame it as being divisive. And why are you trying to separate, bro? We're already separated, right? You can't divide something that's already separate. And the same people that talk about division, they don't talk about how Africa is a continent. There's no country called Africa. 54 plus countries, 3,000 different ethnic groups, 2,000 different dialects. That doesn't sound united. People are living within city blocks of each other, looking just like each other, but can't talk to each other because they're from a different tribe and speak an entirely different language. That's not unity. If they haven't come together on the continent, why are they pretending that you're going to immigrate into a country and then we're all going to be one big global Negro? How about the West Africans unite with the East Africans and then unite with the North Africans? Why do they try to pretend that North Africans are not African? They just call them Middle Eastern or Arab. There's no race called Middle Eastern, Arab, or Muslim. They're African as well. But instead of uniting with North and East Africans, they're over here trying to tell foundational Black Americans, you don't know who you are. You don't know where you're from. Okay, fine. I don't know where I'm from. So then they say we don't know who we are or where we're from. Okay, fine. I don't know where I'm from. No, you're from Africa. I thought you just said I don't know where I'm from, but you're trying to tell me where I'm from. No, this is my motherland here. And I'm there's no going back to Africa because I've never been and I probably never will go. Not based on hatred. It's just I got too much business to stand on here.
All these folks who like to denigrate us and then get quiet when there's janky stuff going on in their community, it's very funny. I saw this video. Let me show y'all this video, this tether. I'm gonna show y'all 2 videos of this dude, just a random TikTok tether. Now, he made a video denigrating our lineage. He made a video denigrating us. And then there's another video with this guy I want to show you with one of his fellow damn immigrants. Now, listen to this. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy right here. This is the tether talking about us. Hold on. Hold on. Now, listen to this. Hold on.
There is an internet psyop taking advantage of undereducated African Americans called the FBA movement. FBA stands for Fear of Being African, I think, and it's causing...
I'm going to pause it, but then I'm going to rewind it back. This whole goofy shit of fear of being African. No, nigga, we're not continental Africans. Y'all niggas fear living in Africa. You know your tribe. Many of you speak your tribal language, yet you're always saying this from the comfort of some Western nation. Y'all hate Africa, nigga. You're fucking African and won't even go back to your homeland. Don't talk to me about this hate shit. No one hates Africa more than some nigga who fled Africa.
A sect of African Americans who didn't graduate high school for the most part to grab on.
So now all of us didn't graduate high school because we want to delineate. Mind you, they've always been delineating. When they delineate, they talk about how rich their culture is, how smart they are. When we do the same thing that they've always been doing and delineate, it's because you don't know who you are and you hate being African. Not only do you hate being African, you fear being African. Huh? Every turn they tell us that we're not African, you don't know anything about Africa, and you say we're right. We're inherently American to the core. We're foundational to the country. And then it just keeps spinning. Yeah, but you African though. Huh? Since when, nigga? You want me to look back to some country that didn't even exist 500 years ago? Your family has been on this land for longer than 500 years, but they want you to claim a plot of land that wasn't even named 500 years ago. And whatever was named 500 years ago is not named that today. You want to say something, Roger?
Do they say the same thing to Jamaicans and Haitians? Because I don't hear them saying I'm African. I hear them saying that I'm Jamaican or Haitian.
No, and that's the whole thing. This is only reserved for us. And I got to give a shout out to the illustrious guest, the Teflon Sean 730. Stand up. Now I got Brooklyn in the house. I got Nassau County in the house. And I got the Boogie Down BX in the house. Salute to all of my fam on the East Coast. But yeah, you see how they're fixated. See, if it's so what's understood need not be explained, right? So if it's already assumed and presumed that the majority of white people have European ancestry, so they are racially categorized as white, right? So they call themselves white, and you imply that they have some European ancestry, right? They call themselves Caucasian. You imply they have some European ancestry. White isn't European and Caucasian isn't European, right? European is its own separate word, but you still infer that whether you use those two words interchangeably, it still means European, right? If they allege that black inherently means a descendant of Africa, then why do I have to call myself African, right? If black is already implying that, right? Isn't that what they want to say? We all black, we all come from Africa. So if we all come from Africa, when I say I'm black, and I don't believe that, but let's just go with that for now, right? By me saying I'm black, I am bigging up Africa. When you go to Africa, they tell you that you're American. And then all the Africans in America want you to call yourself African. The shit don't even make any sense, bro.
Onto certain catchphrases and hot terms to disparage African Americans called the.
Now he made
ChatGPT, can I make money online with $0?
Yes. The video denigrating our lineage. He made a video denigrating us. And then there's another video with this guy I want to show you with one of his fellow damn immigrants. Now listen to this. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy right here. This is the tether talking about us. Hold on. Now listen to this. Hold on.
There is an internet psyop taking advantage of undereducated African Americans called the FBA movement. FBA stands for Fear of Being African, I think. And it's causing a sect of African Americans who didn't graduate high school for the most part to grab onto certain catchphrases and hot terms to disparage African people and distance themselves from their own African ancestry.
Yeah, we FBA, we ain't been in Africa in half a millennium.
They've always been in America, and the Native American.
And see, this the whole thing what they say their own African ancestry. See, usually foundational black Americans could tell you, yeah, I got a cousin from Texas, or my cousin from New York, or my cousin from New Orleans, my cousin from here. Who are your cousins in Senegal? Who are your cousins in Lagos? Who are your cousins in Djibouti? Who are your cousins in Burkina Faso? Oh, no, you from there. It's just you don't know anyone there. You don't know exactly where you're from there. You don't speak a language from there. You don't have any cultural or customs from there. But yeah, you're from there. And why you keep looking to this mythical Wakanda utopia that doesn't exist, you're negating your lineage here. Even Ryan Coogler said that when he was doing Black Panther, he was so immersed in the Wakanda African aspect that he didn't have enough time to really indulge and become, entrenched in his culture here, right? And that's what they always want us looking for, right? Here, you know what your family built here. You know that your family fought in wars here. They didn't fight in no wars in Africa. You know all of your family members from various parts of this land and this continent. You don't know any cousins over there, but you're supposed to say that, hey, Dikembe Mutombo has the same skin tone as you, so he's your cousin. Usain Bolt has the same skin tone as you, or he's the same height, so you and Usain Bolt are the same. America is a country, Jamaica is a country. We're supposed to call ourselves African American, but they won't call themselves African Jamaican, even though, hey, they say that we're all African. Okay, fine. Why is anyone calling themselves African Haitian? Even saying Afro isn't African. Afro is saying, okay, you have some sort of descent. African is unequivocally stating what you are, right? So if all of these people believe that they're so African, then call yourself, African Haitian, African Jamaican, African Brazilian, etc. Most of the Brazilians are blacker than any foundational Black American, but no, they had an ethnogenesis and they don't need to call themselves Afro anything. Brazilian will suffice. And that's with us too, right? We don't have to call ourselves African, even if many of us do have African genetics. We're foundational Black Americans. We're not continental Africans. When you go to the continent, they will let you know that you're not an African.
Africans are really the ones who came over to America. Or like, it's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Something I noticed about these people online is that every single one of their accounts look a lot like bot accounts. And the ones that aren't bot accounts, you can tell by their profiles that these are losers.
Okay, so we're losers. Okay, we're losers because we don't want to be generic Africans and we ain't got shit to do with that weird stuff y'all got going on. All right, same guy. He's on like some panel with.
No, nigga, if we're losers, why are you even talking about us? You know what? Hold on, man.
And you know what, nigga? You acting like a little bitch right now. You acting like a little bitch right now, nigga. Man, fuck that. I ain't letting that shit ride.
Bro was acting like a straight entire hoe. Like, why are you whining? Even if we were some PSYOP group, why aren't you building with the groups that are not PSYOPs, right? Like, they claim that, oh, this group is so divisive, so why aren't you with a group that's so unified and building camaraderie? How is you whining about what's the actions of another man doing? How is that uplifting and enriching your community? Notice these people never say what they've done for the community. All they do is whine and levy accusations at people that they can't prove. So-and-so is a Fed. Okay, how could you prove it? Well, I just got a hunch. Yeah, but how could you prove it though? So if you're making false allegations with no evidence or proof, that's a lie.
With his fellow Africans. All right. And I think this guy might be in Canada somewhere. He's not in Africa, by the way. Let me say his fellow immigrants. Now, I want y'all to listen.
They're never in Africa. Like I said, imagine a nigga saying, I'm the king of Oakland, nigga. I'm the king of the Bronx. And I was like, bro, where are you at? I'm in Wisconsin. Huh? Nigga, you're the king of the Bronx. Why the fuck are you never
everywhere but Africa?
Yeah. EBA. Like, come on, bruh. Get your this is what I call the CMDs, crusty, musty, dusties. Get your ass back to the motherland and let me continue to build up my motherland, which is America.
Listen to this. These are his fellow immigrants talking. All right. This is him. Hold on. This is his tether. Hold on.
I love white people.
I'm editing that out.
No, leave that.
Y'all heard that right out the gate. The buck broken, brain dead bozos and bimbos. How are we supposed to unite with that? Right? And she's not a bad looking chick. If you look, you can see, okay, she's cosplaying. She looks somewhat like an FBA. Then you dig a little bit closer, you look at the forehead, some other features. Okay, she's still a nice looking sister. It's just she ain't FBA, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with this buck broken, brain dead bimbo mindset. There's something wrong with that. And I love white people. And this is the thing, when they grow up in these countries where they're the majority, when a white person comes over there, they were eating dirt cookies and a white person comes and gives them a buttermilk biscuit, right? That's like Jesus himself has been resurrected. Because, I mean, what would you prefer? A dirt cookie or a butter biscuit? They're stealing your resources and making steak and potatoes and dessert, and they give you a butter biscuit, but you're okay with it because it's better than a dirt cookie. And many of them don't even get a butter biscuit. They get the crumb of a butter biscuit. They give a butter biscuit to someone like her, and she'll be the overseer of these people. And there's nothing wrong with loving white people. Like, you can love everyone. I do. I'm a humanitarian. But what she has is that white validation syndrome and acceptance to where she believes that the white ice is colder. Look how giddy she is. I just love white people. And they see her as nothing more than a Negro bed wench.
files that these are losers.
Okay, so we're losers. Okay, we're losers because we don't want to be generic Africans, and we
And I'm gonna let it play a little bit in there. Roger, I want you to chime in.
ain't got shit to do with that weird stuff y'all got going on. All right, same guy. He's on like some panel with his fellow Africans. All right, and I think this guy might be in Canada somewhere. He's not in Africa, by the way. Let me say his fellow immigrants. Now, I want y'all to listen to this. These are his fellow immigrants talking. All right, this is him. Hold on. This is his tether. Hold on.
I love white people.
I'm editing that out.
No, leave that there because
That's not allowed.
no, seriously, white people are good for us because we have so many things because of white people.
So, and this how disingenuous he is. So he's over here trying to flame FBAs, and then he wants to edit it out to try to pretend as if she's not this kind of buck broken bimbo, right? Leave it in, like let's tell it all, right? He talking about us, we're a psyop, fear of being African, and meanwhile you got this African chick talking about how much she loves the W's.
Because that's how it was meant to be.
And she said it was meant to be for the white people to be running, to basically be running their resources. How are we supposed to unite with this? They're over there getting smacked up. Their children are being kidnapped. And she's saying, I love the white people. Okay.
Where he's not in Africa, by the way. Let me say his fellow immigrants. Now, I want y'all to listen to this. These are his fellow immigrants talking. All right, this is him. Hold on. This is his tether. Hold on.
I love white people.
I'm editing that out.
No, leave that there because
That's not allowed.
no, seriously, white people are good for us because we have so many things because of white people.
I want you to know. Yes,
yeah, but
that's
they made us go do that stuff. Because that's how it was meant to be.
And you can clearly, she looks cool, but this is the quintessential epitome of a buck broken, brain dead, baby bop, bushmeat, bimbo, babbler. Nothing more, nothing less. She's over here saying, oh, we have to thank the white people because they made us do those things. And if they didn't make us do those things, then where would we be? And because the white men made us do those things, that's why I'm so grateful because they made us do those things. What things did they make you do? Right? Where's the specificity? She's just over here groveling. You know that she would spread cheeks and bust something else wide open as well. Unfortunately, sister, you look too good to be a bed wench. But whose culture is this? Roger, get in there, bruh.
Now I understand why Ibrahim Traore's coalition is taking a while to build.
Yes, because he only has three nations in the Sahel region: Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. All of the other people are going against him. Nigeria, is the biggest proponent. ECOWAS, they're all going against Burkina Faso.
Now,
Remember, Biden was trying to send Kenyan troops to invade in there.
Yeah. This might be the.
He's already had like I think he said over 200 assassination attempts.
You know, hats off to the guy. I hope he's able to live to old age. And actually, this might be his opportunity with everything that's happening with America distracted with, what's going on right now. This is probably his time to move.
Well, actually, Burkina Faso, I think they were cutting a deal with Trump. Actually, now that I think about it, they cut a deal with Trump and
China,
Russia as well with the Wagner group.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So like I think people kind of need to pump the brakes
Mhm.
on Burkina Faso, because at the same time, like what independence do they really have when you know what I mean? All they did
Mhm.
was military coup, but then now the majority of African nations are not working together. It's 54 countries, and only 3 of them are united with
Mhm.
Burkina Faso. So
Mhm.
he's doing deals with the Russians. You think Russians are doing deals because they love them, or are they going to do deals that they get the best of them?
Oh,
Is
of
China
course.
going to do extra fair? So none of these people are operating doing fair deals, right?
Mhm.
But it's better than what's been
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
So it, you know what I mean? It's quite pathetic, to be honest, right? Because all of those resources, and then they kind of got to go big white mommy or Asian mommy and daddy to help them extract their resources. If you bring those people over there, it has to be contingent upon their training your people. But what happens is they'll let China give them a loan, and then China say, yeah, we'll build the railroads. And then they'll say, hey, we got railroads and modern amenities, but it's like, yeah, who owns those? And usually China and these other powers, they only build those things so they can extract the resources
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah. It was either you or Jason said yesterday that um, with all the things that's going on with China, they don't have as many young people. They said that
Correct. Yeah, I told you
Africa.
that.
Oh, it was
Japan
you.
and yeah, Japan and China, they have an aging population, and Africa has the youngest
Youngest
population.
population.
And when you go over to Africa, in many parts, there's not that many old people, because if you think about it, there's not the infrastructure is horrible, which is why a lot of Africans, when Trump called it a shithole, they
Mhm.
agreed with them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because um, imagine you know how rough it is to, shout out to JB, right?
Mhm.
JB got the kidney transplant. Imagine him
Mhm.
trying to get that in
Oh.
Africa.
Oh
You
shoot.
see what I'm saying? So all of the old people, they kind of abandoned the young
Ah,
people.
okay.
Mhm. And that's why there's such a young population. And then that's why people are clamoring to go over there. They'll see a bunch of orphan kids in Oakland, St. Louis, and Baltimore, and they say, you know what? We got to go to Haiti to adopt a kid. We got to go to Sudan to adopt a kid. You know what I mean?
And here's the flip side of China. I'll just say this real quick that no one's talking about it. As you see people on the left that we know that are bigging up China, here's one of the things that no one is talking about. I looked it up. China is overworking their population because they don't have workers' rights. And
Correct.
they're working them to death. Number two, with all this building, they're building they're destroying their natural habitat, their natural environment. So they're wrecking their environment as well with all this building that they're doing. You know what I mean? And that's going to put
And
them
they're remember they had that one child policy, so they're
right,
regretting that now, because they have an aging population.
right, exactly. And that's been going on for decades.
Correct. But
Okay, so
like you
Since the
said, they
80s
were
or something like that. Since the 80s, I think it is when they started doing
before,
that. Like that. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, and speaking of that, I just seen something in Japan, right? Because Japan, they wanted a bunch of black dudes to go over there and impregnate their
what?
people. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna try to pull it up. And then I seen something where like a triple X, a corn star, right? They
Uh-huh.
said in Japan they only have like 70 corn stars because they have an aging population, dudes
Mhm.
getting up in age, they can't perform as well as they used to. They said they got about 70 corn star performers to about 10,000 Japanese girls. So they just got to keep recycling the same dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
bro.
that's crazy.
It's bad, bro.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to pull it up right now.
Well, that's what they was doing. That's what they doing with the Chinese going to Africa. They were saying they're like taking the women over to Japan. I mean to China or whatever. And then and what you call them
Yeah,
because
there's a
they're
lot of Africans in China now,
yeah.
and that's why, because of the birth rates.
But
Uh-huh.
I thought that they was like racist. I know that was
Well,
one.
they are, but at the
But
same time,
it's an economic thing because you know the Chinese the black Chinese that are born over in China or whatever, they send them back to Africa and let them be ahead of those different places over there where they got those businesses opening.
correct. And
Right.
then they have and they see themselves as Chinese first, not African. So it's just
Right.
kind of is they use them to infiltrate and not only that, because we have superior genetics, especially this is why there's been those missing stories of prisoners, and then they parents haven't seen them, and then they come in jail and they gone and their organs are missing. So organ harvesting is a massive business.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Listen, dude. You know what I'm telling you? I'm telling you how you listen. How you peep all this stuff that's going on. I'm telling you, if you watch the Blacklist, dog, they was doing all that in that show, dog, for 10 seasons, dog. To Reverend Renington, he travels all over the world, so he's all in every continent, dog. He be jet setting across the world, and he showed the underworld side of everything, like you know what I'm saying, all the illegal stuff. He's heavy in all that, the trafficking and all that, but he's not into trafficking because when what happened when he got arrested, they had somebody taking over his thing, and they took over his well, when Kate died, or she was supposed to be dead, she came back and she started selling off his stuff. So he lost his routes that he used to have because he doesn't sell drugs, and he doesn't condone human trafficking. Because as a matter of fact, his bodyguard, which is Dembe, when Dembe he rescued Dembe as a child from a warlord dude that was, you know what I mean, they killed Dembe's family and everything. And he put Dembe on, and that was his bodyguard. The black dude that be driving him, he's from Africa. Dembe is, but his tribe had the warlord had unalived all of the village, and they had nothing but the kids, and they unalived his whole family and everything. So Remington he took him under his wing, and he taught him and sent him to school and everything, and then he put him on his team. But yeah, dude, you got that Blacklist, that show, it don't get no realer than that. If you want to see some gangster stuff on some real COINTELPRO, like FBI, all that, it's all in that mixed up in one, dog. That Blacklist, that's a bad series, and it's almost like everything that's going on right now. It was highlighted in that show, dog. That show was one of my favorite. I don't think there's ever a series that's colder than that, dog. As far as that came on TV, and that was on NBC. You got to think that was on NBC, dog. They showed that for 10 years on NBC.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I watched it for like the first 5 years or whatever. But maybe now since it's old,
that was NBC or ABC.
Yeah, you can go on Netflix and watch it. You can watch all the episodes back to back, dude. Yeah, that show there. That's one of the shows that I speak highly of every time because I've actually been in that side of the world. You know what I'm saying? I've been on that type of time, boy. But that's the only thing I regret, is not going into the military. That's the only thing I regret, dog. But I you know what I mean, as far as, but I wouldn't have been right though. Like I told my pop Duke, man, if I would have joined the military, I would have been a real monster. I'm already a monster without all that. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm gonna play some more of the video. Shit, nigga, you probably would have came out like on Lorenz Tate and them on Dead Presidents.
No, I'd have been like Killmonger. That's what I'd have been like, straight up. Straight up. I'd have been Killmonger for real. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, I can't hold you. Let's get back into it.
His fellow Africans. All right. And I think this guy might be in Canada somewhere. He's not in Africa, by the way. Let me say his fellow immigrants. Now, I want y'all to listen to this. These are his fellow immigrants talking. All right. This is him. Hold on. This is his tether. Hold on.
I love white people.
I'm editing that out.
No, leave that there because
not allowed.
no, seriously, white people are good for us because we have so many things because of white people.
I want you to know. Yes,
Yeah, but
that's my...
they made us go do that stuff. Because that's how it was meant to be.
I think, and listen, I think this is a wonderful moment that we're going to have, and that's still going to get 100% edited out.
Oh, it didn't get edited out fast enough.
Because the people would hate that. The people.
Oh, like how, as in, okay.
That's what I do. But I was all...
Yeah, he wanted to edit out that white ass kissing.
Also very curious. I was also very curious here about the different views on colonization, different views, because I hold a resentment towards white people unless they personally show me that they're good. I believe they're bad because I've been proven by so many, by history, by the way things are going now, that things are good for them and bad for us. Things are good for them at the expense of us, at our expense. Still now to this day, they're doing well because Africa is doing bad. He's
trying to sound radical. He's a sassy punk.
Doing well because fuck Congo. Saudi is doing well because fuck Sudan. Like all these other people are doing well because fuck Africa. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's I can't forgive them until that doesn't exist anymore. The history is so awful. I went to the museum today.
Oh, that's right. He's in Minnesota. That's right. He's in Minnesota.
And I'm seeing pictures of what they were doing to Kenyan people, and it feels just like America. It feels just like you see pictures of harmful, just terrible scenes of babies, seeing people being shot.
This woman don't give a damn. She wants to find white people to worship.
These white people came over here like, I want this, I want that. And you still see where the white people were here. You still see it. They have everything. I want this, I want that, kill this person, take that, They pillaged. And how do you not resent them? How do you not? You know what I mean? I just really want...
Hold on. I'm trying to get her to talk.
They're doing fine. There's black people outside begging. There's white people out here fucking chilling.
Yeah, but I feel like the struggle, in a way, the Black American people and the African people, we have a disconnect because we don't know your struggles.
Mm-hmm.
Like for us, it's like, for example, if my mom went to, she went to Seattle like 10 years ago.
Right.
So for her, she wasn't looking to like my people, the black people. She was like, I'm here to work.
Right. See, she's telling the
So Travion, I know Travion moved from Seattle, but Travion, did you see her out there? Did you see this Bantu bunny out there? But like they said, and you know, you got niggas like Nick Cruz on RBN, other Ajamu Baraka, who else? Rolling Swollen, Rolling Ball, Bowling Ball Martin. You got all these motherfuckers that's over here trying to push this whole Pan-African mindset, but it's like, bruh, they pushing what I call that panty prattle, right? Why aren't y'all in Africa? She's saying that when they come over here, they're not trying to unite with us. All they're trying to do is get a job and talk about how hard they work, which is fine. Stop pretending like they came over here to unify with us and form some sort of Negroid Voltron. That's not what they're coming here for. They've said it multiple times. There's a video that went viral of this African woman saying, we're coming here to take. We're not coming here to march on the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
You have you seen that episode when the tether got on Tariq's live and he talking about we the new you. We're the new you. That's what he said. He told Tariq, we the new you. That's what he said. We're the new you.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, these people, they don't know.
Sometimes I'm not even shocked.
Dude, listen, these people, they because these whole ass Democrats have emboldened these people to stick their chest out. See, I'm with listen, man, I'm gonna chill out because I'm about to say something wild. I'm about to say something wild. I'm gonna hold my tongue, man, because you already know how I feel, bro. I'm trying not to. You already shadow banned, so we gotta keep you.
B-Eazy, I remember what I was gonna say before. You mentioned I'll just say this real quick. You mentioned the Woman King. So I remember when the movie came out and people they tried to promote it, and some people like believed it about, oh wow, this is something they was trying to make it into something positive until Tariq said, no, those are the people that sold us into slavery. I was like, what?
Yes, yes, yes. And you know what's crazy? Because Joy Reid and them whole ass niggas, Joy Reid and Akbar and them and Godfrey, they talking about, oh no, it wasn't. We didn't do. They had a whole movie just a couple of years. How, these as much these see, yeah. But the thing is, they
said
so
we all got
delusional.
kidnapped.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. Ain't no kidnap. Y'all are
It
janky
ain't no
traders, and
kidnapping.
that's what happened. You know, there was this one dude. I was on this one live. I think it was on Afro Elite or either or Black Alpha on TikTok, and the dude was like, the amount they were selling slaves. It was like a 2 for 1, and it was for like a little bit of tobacco and like a donut, something what you can like a sugar cookie. That's what they were trading people off for. That's what the king, the tribal kings. That's what they were trading us for trinkets, for little bitty trinkets. That's what they were trading them people off for. I'm not me. I'm just saying, but the ones that was in the transatlantic slave trade, that's what they were trading for fucking peanuts, pretty much. They got nothing. Now they talking about, the people from Ghana talking about, this is they sold us. No. Y'all had your hands in it. How the hell you going to try to double dip? Y'all made them janky ass trades, and now y'all ain't profit. Y'all didn't profit from it. Y'all could have got, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could have got more than what you got. Now y'all feel like y'all got a raw deal. Now you want to double back. Get the fuck out of here.
Talking about our cousins and brothers and all this shit. Like,
Nah, we ain't scared. I don't look like none of the motherfuckers over there. Don't look like none of the ugly ass motherfuckers over there. Peppercorn head ass motherfuckers.
though.
I don't look nothing like them.
Motherland. Why didn't nobody come get me?
Yeah, well, listen, I'm not like them because I know how to fight, and I don't mind fighting. I put my foot on a wipe. I put my foot on a cracker, and I'll put my foot on a tether too. So yeah, we ain't the same. Yeah, we not the same. We ain't. I'm with all that. Yeah, whoever come, I'm gonna put my foot down on their neck. But they ain't like that. They ain't got that over there. I would, man. Man, you know what? We too damn nice, dog. That's our problem. We was too goddamn nice. That's the main problem with stuff. You know what I mean? But we also had a bunch of turncoats too that sold us out too. Sold us up the river with no paddle, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't all of our fault. You know what I'm saying? It's the Divine Nine, and them Talented 10. Them suckers, man. They sold us out, dog. You know what I mean?
That's the
It's time for
whole
them to
truth.
go.
Roland Martin, Tiffany Cross. That's all of them.
All of them.
But
Angela Rye, all them suckers, man. All of them. They all can go, dog. Oh, somebody else is on the panel too, huh?
Braxton, is that
Somebody
you,
else?
bro?
Yep, it's me.
Braxton, is that really you?
Yep, it's me.
Okay, cool. It just sounded a little bit low. So I'm gonna get ready to shut it down pretty soon. So it's only a little bit more of the video. So I'm gonna play the rest of that video, and then we'll do like a final closing remarks. But before I play the video, Braxton, did you want to chime in on anything that you've heard on the stream thus far?
Yep, just a bit, and I'll try to make it in earlier again on the next one. But it was so far. It was so far with everything going on. The delineation. He even has some white people. Some white people are said I've been seeing, and not even foreign white people, American white people. But but it's just been clear that the
Hold
delineation
on, you
should have
said it
happened.
has them upset. Upset with who? Upset with FBA for delineating?
Yeah.
What is their reasoning behind it?
I don't know. Well, I guess maybe in the political sense. So now, like Black Americans are now focusing on what they need and want politically, and I mean, when it comes, I guess, for white people, who are
Oh,
Democrats
they
with
mad that we
their
dropped the generic
Republicans. So like
African
that.
because
So
yeah, they mad that we
That's
dropped being a
mostly,
generic.
but that's mostly blue hair liberals. That's all. That's who that is. You know what I'm saying? That ain't all the pink motherfuckers, man. But yeah, it's just the ones that's saying that those are Democratic shields, man, because they know that they can't win without the black vote. They cannot. They already listen when the electoral college come out. They're all the Republicans are almost already at 270. They're like at 230. They started like 230 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The Democrats, they cannot win without us at all. They cannot. They will never win no elections if black people sit it out. They will never win. They will never win in no
and this
elections, dog, if we sit it out.
yeah, and this is another thing that came to my mind a few nights ago. I was saying them. I wasn't saying that out loud. I was saying it in my head that okay, like even if they drop the black vote and get the Hispanic vote, even and I learned that from Candace Owens a couple years ago. Now even if or when the Dems do that, they're still going to need black people. They're still going to need black Americans in some type of way. Even even the other parties, the whole nation, like in a way, they're going to want or need FBAs.
Yeah, because even though
Right.
that
We're the deciding vote. We're the deciding factor of however the election is going to sway. That's why. That's why the Democrats is out here champion. They out here doing this. That's why, because they know they cannot ever win an election if they don't get at least 80 to 85% of the black vote. They gonna lose. They gonna lose.
Or at least
And
which
if
is
people
why they
continue to sit it out,
70 or 75%. Yep.
yeah, well, this is why they've been working to redistrict and gerrymander the districts that favors Latinos. So they're saying, hey, we're trying to, and this is what happened with Jasmine Crockett. They redistrict her area so that she had to work harder and stuff. So it's a messy game with politics, but both parties have moved on and they've chosen that okay, the Latinos are going to be the buffer group, so that gives us a chance to recoup and then actually galvanize and weaponize our vote, because our vote is powerful because it's been voted as a block, but you have to be able to leverage that block. Some people have to defect. Some people they're going to vote blue no matter who, and that's okay. We need some people to vote blue. Then you need some to vote third party, some to vote libertarian, and many people to vote the couch. And I think everyone should be registering as independent if you can.
Sorry.
yes, sir.
Yeah, because I know it's a lot of
Well,
places where they
maybe I'm
teach
going to register
chicanery
as a
where
Republican, but yeah, I agree.
yeah, and there's a lot of places where they won't let you vote in the primary unless you're registered Democrat and all this stuff. You know what, fine, just let whoever decide the primary, because once you change your political status, that is being documented, right? So even if you don't vote, you need to be registered to vote. You know what I mean? So some people say, oh, I'm gonna vote the couch. Okay, fine, but how are you gonna vote the couch but you don't even register? You know what I mean? So I'm not just like blindly vote the couch, because there's some things that you do need to vote for. And if there's no candidate that's pushing for what you need, you need to be trying to build up these young cats. If you feel that you too old, bro, it's a bunch of young cats that you can get out there running. Even the people that don't win, sometimes they put candidates out there. APAC do it all the time. APAC spent $9 million in an election and got destroyed, but they don't care because they were talking about Zionism and Israeli exceptionalism the whole time. So we do have to just be putting forward our own candidates rather than waiting for what Jamal Bowman to save the day or Ilhan Omar to save the day or something. But let me play.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Roger, and then I'm gonna play the rest of the video so I can shut it down.
One, it's funny you said Jamal Bowman. Me and him had gotten into it one time, like face to face. We was like in each other's face arguing. So you just triggered a memory. But also, what do you call it? Oh yeah, the House. You was talking about the redistricting. Understand that only affects Congress people, because you're immune to it if you run statewide for president, because presidents win state by state, not by a popular vote. Senate, U.S. senator, and governor. Like, because the people are still in the state no matter how you move them around. So those who run statewide are immune to redistricting. It's only the House. Anyway, keep going.
All right, it's only a little bit more of this video, so I'm gonna just play this so I can get ready to shut it down.
You're doing fine. There's black people outside begging. There's white people out here fucking chilling.
Yeah, but I feel like the struggle, I feel like in a way, the Black American people and the African people, we have a disconnect because we don't know your struggles. Like for us, it's like, for example, if my mom went to, what's this? She went to Seattle like 10 years ago. So for her, she wasn't looking to like my people, the black people. She was like, I'm here to work.
Right. See, she's telling the truth. This dude up on the top, he's trying to fake the funk. He feels like her, by the way. But at least she ain't even trying to lie.
Are you having trouble trying to keep up with your professor? You've got to try Otter. Here's how it works.
All right.
I need to make ends meet. I need to do this for my kids. So whatever the white man needs, and it's like getting out of that mindset, and it's like our issues are more than being recognized. As long as you respect me, you're paying my check, we have that professional
whatever the white man needs, I'll provide. Say that.
Relationship, whatever. I'm not gonna like try to have my rights. If you as a black girl.
Did you hear that? I'm not even going to try to have my rights as long as you respect me and pay me. So this is what I'm saying. This is a little Bantu Bedouins, you know what I mean? And this is what I'm saying. Girl, you look too good to be acting like this, you know what I mean? But some dudes will get caught up. Oh, look how good she looks, bro. She don't want you. She want Brad, Chad, and Benjamin. She don't want you, Jamal or Daquan. And this is the buck broken mindset that we're talking about. And then when they say that we're being divisive, yes, I want to be divided from this. There's no unifying with this. This is the type where you think that you're unifying, but they sell you out because, they want a sip of the W water. It's quite frankly pathetic.
Okay, so
she said she ain't gonna try to have no rights. So she's saying the quiet part out loud that they say in their homes.
Okay to say that as a black woman or someone from Africa, if I go to the States, it's okay for me to bend over backwards to please you as a white person, just as long as I get paid. It's not about the white person. It's about knowing your goals and knowing your network and how to deal with different people. So it's more about seeing someone's race. But if someone is being racist towards you, you figure out how to deal with that in the wisest way possible, and you move forward to people who actually can help you win at life.
All right, okay.
So she tried to clean it up a little bit at the end, but it was just some incoherent baby bop bimbo babble. Bantu style. Like, what the hell was she talking about? As long as you pay me and respect me, okay. It's a bunch of dudes in Dubai that pay them chicks to poop on them. Respectfully. Okay. Go ahead, Roger. Like, I'm gonna do around Robin.
So I'm just gonna say this. Okay, so what happens when she finds out that they're paying you, but they're paying everybody else more than you?
Well, you already heard.
You working with peanut, and you probably doing 10 times as much work too.
Y'all heard what she said. She says she doesn't care.
But she said, as long as you respect me. if you're
But
not
look,
respecting me if you paying
but you know
others
what? You
more.
know what?
Go
And
ahead.
you know what? That's why they got to go, because you know what? It's suckers like that get in positions later on. They get in them higher positions. Like we was on Afro Elite today, and there was one that she was a Afro Latina up in California. She worked in a hiring process, and she let it slip that she like, yeah, black people, they make too much excuses about when it, and she was like the first one, the first interview, and she discriminated. They said, okay, that's fine. They pulled up to see where she work at. She been there for 15 years, and she been economically discriminated against us, dog. And the thing is, we need to start seeing that stuff, and we need to start suing these people and start suing these different companies when they got these tethers in the position of hiring, and they practice this discrimination. See, that's what we haven't been doing, dog. And the bitch ass
Mm-hmm.
boule, they get on my goddamn nerves, dog, because all them lawyers and all that, all these lawyers that we have in the as black Americans, and they ain't doing nothing for us, dog. That's why we need the younger generation to become lawyers and stuff like that. And there's these different positions, dog, and we got to take back our economic power, dog, because these people are sick, and these man, they work hand in hand with these crackers, dog. And I'm sick of these dog. I'm trying not to
We,
say the
we,
wrong thing, because the way I feel about this, dog. And you know what's crazy? Because I never thought about it like this, because I always thought they was some cool people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You meet a few of them that be cool, but there's so many of them that's off code, dog.
mm-hmm.
Now they got their chest poked out, dog. I'm ready to deflate that shit, though. I'm ready to deflate their chest because they got it all poked out. I'm ready to make them. I'm trying to cave something in, dog. That's how I feel, and it's sad that we got to deal with that because,
Yeah.
but it's our own. It's our own fault because we was
Yeah.
on some kumbaya shit, and if we would have been
Yeah.
some on some rah rah back in the days, it would have never got this out of hand, dog. And that's partially on our fault. That's our fault because a lot of us was raised a different way. We
Yeah.
were raised differently. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Everybody's invited to the cookout. Also, everyone talks about Johnny Cochran because he was talking about needing like more lawyers who was down with it, whatever. Everybody forgets about Alton Maddox. I don't know if you know about Alton Maddox if yet, like outside of New York, but Alton Maddox definitely like raised hell over here in New York back in the day, where they took the man's license, this bar license, or whatever bar thing or whatever the case,
Yeah,
away
they
from
just
him.
barred him. Just barred
Yes.
him.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
was
that's
causing.
but you notice all the ones that's on code, they try to get them up out of there, dog. They get them about the paint. Because a lot of them, most of them are boule, dog. Cochran, and it's only been a handful of them that been square business. All the rest of them, they're compromised, dog. They all compromised. They got their little position, and they cool with where they at, dog. They don't mind keeping the rest of us down, dog. It's sad, dog. It's you know how I feel about them. I line them up. I line them all up in the line and go ahead and do what I got to do.
So,
And
so
just
that reminds me, B-Eazy. So I'm just gonna say this and say, land my plane. In the '60s, uh, three major figures were in Harlem. Um, Adam Clayton Powell Jr., who was the congressman.
yeah, yeah.
Mal-
He was square business.
Malcolm X, and
Mm-hmm.
and Bumpy Johnson.
Bumpy Johnson, yeah.
That's me, you, and Cloudness. I'm Adam Clayton Powell Jr. B-Eazy is Malcolm X, and Cloudness is Bumpy Johnson. So I land my plane.
Straight up, man.
Hey, because I'm about to get ready to shut it down. So, Cloudness, give your closing remarks about the stream so I can shut it down.
Okay, man, it was good talking to you, brothers, man. I just, it's just so much, man. I mean, just going on TikTok, just being on TikTok, dog. You see this stuff, dog. It's crazy, and these people be talking reckless. God, I'm so sick of these people, dog. They don't got listen. But that's the internet. The internet then gave a lot of suckers powers because a lot of these people ain't outside in the streets, dog. Because they ain't none of them. If you see them in person, dog, they not gonna do none of that bumping, dog. I promise you. A lot of them ain't gonna do none of that. But you know what I was thinking about too, and that's why I ain't really put my hands on them. I remember Tariq was saying these mugs are trying. They want you to do something to them so they can seek asylum or seek and try to get a green card that way. We talking about they was attacked or whatever, and you know what I'm saying. They try to use a hate crime to get them citizenship. That's the only reason why I ain't really just went out just been tether hunting. That's the only reason why I ain't done it because I was like, man, I could. It's a bunch. I live near. I live between Austin and San Antonio. It's tether fest, and I don't mind calling ICE, and I don't mind putting my hands on you either. You know what I'm saying? But I thought about that. I did the knowledge, yo, and I was like, man, it ain't even worth that, yo. It ain't worth it because that's what they looking for. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are looking for that, and a lot of them been hit by the Democrats that if something happened to them, because you know they're gonna put the cape on for these people, dog. You know they are. Look how they doing for the Somali. All these, listen. These are full-fledged criminals, dog. We ain't never had people intercede for us when it was criminality, dog. And that's because we don't operate in that manner. If you do something foul, you gotta stand in that paint, dog. You know what I'm saying? You do dirt, then you gotta listen. You know, if you do crime, then you gotta do the time, dog. Simple as that. But these people are standing in front of these people doing fraud and doing criminality, dog. If any of us would have tried any of that stuff, dog, we wouldn't even got past the front door doing none of this shit, dog. And these Democrats are allowing these people to drain the American public, dog, with all this fraud, dog. It's all over the country. They haven't even really. They going crazy here in Texas, up there in Frisco. All them Indians up there, East Indians, dog, is a whole. They got a whole thing. Nick Shirley that came through there. Well, they got this one chick. She's up in she's some white lady. She be going around here in Texas and doing that like Nick Shirley. You know what I'm saying? And they found a bunch of fraud with the they doing the HB1 visas from India. And they found a bunch of shell companies there. You know what I'm saying? Like how Nick Shirley found them empty, they renting out spaces. Some of these people are so bold, they putting their home address as the place of business, dog. Down here, they done got so flagrant with it. Them East Indians, they so flagrant and outrageous with it, dog. It's crazy how they getting it off. And I'm just like, damn, dog, this is crazy. If we try any of that stuff, you know how far we'd be up under the jailhouse? That's what really sucks about it, dog. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna land my plane there, bro, and I'm gonna let you go and go.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Braxton, take us home, man. Give us your closing remarks.
Okay. All right. To close everything out, one, I enjoyed the panel and the stream. Like I said, I'll try to come on a bit more early the next time you drop the stream link. And all in one, like I've just been glad about with what's been going on with the delineations and everything else going on, currently. And also I'd like to say shout out to Adonis Live for handling FBA business over in Romania, and he is still fighting his some case over there. But if y'all not aware about his case, to make a long
Oh
story
yeah,
short,
I seen it when it was. I was on the live when it happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was on
Yeah,
the
I
live
don't
when it
know
happened. Yeah, it's crazy, dog. But you see, this is but niggas gotta understand certain places you can't go and think everything is sweet. You see what I'm saying? Because right now, it used to be back in the days when Black Americans used to go to these different countries, we were celebrated. Right now, we're public enemy number one because we ain't got the cape on for people no more. So you got to keep your head on a swivel, man. So if you leave in this country, you make sure you keep your head on a swivel because guess what? You no longer are celebrated. You're no longer celebrating these other countries, dog. 9 times out of 10, because they mad about how they know about the delineation because they feeling it in their home country. Because guess what? Trump is turning the spigot off on these people. You know what I'm saying? He done turned off they funding. They not getting them kickbacks that they was getting. So they mad about. They see what's going on in the world. They see it. They see what's going on over here in America, dog. And they know what time it is. So y'all gotta be careful out there. I hate that he put himself in that situation because he let the dude get up on him too many times. First of all, when the first time he got up on my face, I'd have put the back him up on his ass. He let him do too much, and then he spit on him. No, that's too much for me. That was you know what I'm saying. But I'll be watching him when he come on TikTok, man. I'm sad that he put himself in that predicament, man. Like you know what I'm saying. He put the spotlight on himself, and you all way away from home, dog. You the solo dolo out there. You gotta be more conscious of yourself, dog. You know what I mean. But go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Oh no, no worries. It's all good. And appreciate and I appreciate your input on that. Yeah, and I was about that. Okay, well, number one, that boy was the boy wasn't lying about what he said when he told Adonis, "You don't know how things work here." And Adonis has been living over there for about 10 years now, and also with that, Adonis is in a very homogeneous. He's in a very homogeneous. I mean, not homogeneous. I mean, he's in a very homogeneous country. So like, so kind of like 9 times out of 10, like anything he do and say, like usually the people are gonna side with each other, and it might not be a color thing. It's just a foreigner versus a homegrown thing. So like so because like they could have, so like I said, they could have happened to him over in Sweden, France, the UK, Scotland, Thailand, Japan, China, or even in parts of Africa and down, and down in the Caribbean, islands, so that can happen to him or anybody else anywhere. So yeah, so like color is tied to it, but so like color is tied into it, but it's not mostly color. It's so like it's still like it is, but it isn't at the same time.
A lot of people hate Americans. A lot of them hate Americans. That's what it boils down to. Because my sister, she's a linguist, and she travels. She's always over in those different countries. And my sister says when she goes abroad, you know what I mean, and they always ask her, "Man, what is going on in America?" They don't look at her like that because she speaks all these different. My sister speaks like 8 languages, but but when she does go there, she knows a lot of people. She hangs out with the people, but she moves cautiously. But they really are paying attention to what's going on here in America, and they're seeing what's going on here because we're center stage, dog. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it's affecting them over in their countries too because um have you ever seen Rush Hour 3? You remember when they got into the cab and the French dude said, "I don't like Americans. You're too. I don't want you Americans in my car." You remember? That's how. But it didn't used to be like that. It didn't used to be like. I was in Germany. I was in Germany. They used to love. They used to love Black Americans when we would come over there. But American has gotten a sour taste after George Bush. The Americans pretty much got a sour taste in the world's mouth, dog. You see what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? But yes, that's what it boils down to. You know what I'm saying? Because of way our president and you know what I'm saying, the way the president is perceived, it's perceived that for all of us, he gives a bad negative connotation to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So now it's all the way up. Nobody likes Trump. You know what I'm saying? So we are on #1 hit list right now. So that's why I say if you do travel, please. And I tell my sister, sis, don't get caught out there sideways. She said, "No, brother, I know. You know what I'm saying?" I said, "Because we can't come and get you. You know what I'm saying?" But I'm glad she moves cautiously, you know what I'm saying? And she stays within her in her realm. And when she goes to Germany and Italy and when she goes to Europe, she has a blast because she knows those like the back of her hand. It's those other countries, you know what I'm saying, that you gotta be cognizant of because you're a fish out of water over there. And right now we're enemy #1 right now. You know what I'm saying? So please, people, y'all protect yourself out here, man.
Hey, Roger, go ahead and give your final remarks so we can shut her down.
That was it. Just peace to you, Mr. El Haj, Malik Shabazz, and Peace to you, Mr. Bumpy Johnson.
I ain't doing no tripping about that. I ain't doing no tripping because Prodigy. That was his. He was Albert Einstein or Bumpy Johnson. So I'll take that, baby. I ain't doing no tripping about that.
All right, I'm about to play my closing remarks.
Talk more shit than a little bit. Back to Mother Africa. That's bullshit. Without question, we are all Black Americans. You do not know a goddamn thing about Africa. I am from Detroit, Motown. So you can Watusi your monkey ass back to Africa if you want to. You talk more shit than a little.
You played it. You played it.
So we've been standing on delineation business. It's just been the buck broken, brain dead Boule and the Democrat shills that said, no, y'all need to be generic Africans because you're giving love to the motherland and your ancestors. But it was all a trick bag to culturally suppress and erase us. So this has been a fruitful stream.
You know what's crazy about that movie? He was part of the what's name was a part of the Boule. That's the crazy part. If you look at it, if you look at School Days, what were they called? Not what were they called? You had the Jigaboos and what was the other ones? Oh God, I can't think of what they're called now. I ain't seen that movie in so long. But they were part of the Boule. But just look how he's speaking though. Mm-hmm. Spike Lee knew what he.
It's the thing. The Boule wasn't inherently bad. I mean, Martin Luther King was part of the Boule. The only difference was the Boule. What W.E.B. Du Bois was part of the Boule. The only difference was the Boule. They were about lineage business. Now, they weren't infallible. Not all of them were perfect, but they did stand on lineage business for us here. You may not have agreed with all their methods, but they were standing on lineage business. That's why they had the Garvey Must Go campaign. Yes. Garvey was trying to send us back to Africa, and they said, hell to the no, we are too rooted here. So, but they were part of the Boule. And Marcus Garvey was talking a lot of smack to them, calling them dumb, saying that they love being up under the white man. He also tried to declare himself as the provisional king of Africa, even though he never been to Africa. So imagine right now if I said, man, I'm the provisional king of the Bronx or Brooklyn, Brownsville. And it's like, have you ever been there? Nah, but I'm the king. That shit wouldn't fly, but somehow Garvey is calling himself the king of Africa that he never been. So there are some quotes and things that he's done that may have been good, but that nigga Garvey did too much op shit. And
He did it. Yeah, he did more harm than he did. Because once you playing with them white folks and siding with them and doing sucker shit. Oh nah, I can't rock with
only
that.
He scammed out of the whole Black Star Line. He had a Black Star Line that was supposed to be repatriating hella people back to Africa, right? How the fuck you gonna repatriate me back to a place that you never been? It's like, come on, Cloudness, I'm gonna take everybody back to New York. You feel me? Our homeland. And it's like, bro, have you even ever been to New York? No, don't even trip off that though. Huh? Nigga, you're acting like you're the king of New York, but never set foot in New York. Where do they do that at, bruh? That shit even sound goofy.
But you know what? You know what? That's crazy because they've been doing this sucker shit for so long, dog. And the thing is, we ain't never. Oh man, dog.
We didn't push the line as hard. Well, I'm not saying we as far,
but as a whole, we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't push the line.
Dog. But you know why?
Too much grace.
You know why? Because of them Sally Scrubber commercials. You remember them with them niggas with the flies all over their face back in the days? Them Sally Scrubber. We seen it, dog, and that used to hurt. Like early in the morning, you see that late at night, you see them commercials come on, and they had those infomercials. You know what I mean? That was depressing seeing black people that look like us. You know what I mean? That look the same complexion as us, suffering over there. That's how they got us, dog. You know what I mean? That's how they got us, man.
And then we
They
discovered it
tugged on
with,
our heartstrings. They
and then we
tugged on our
discovered it,
heartstrings.
and then we discovered it with Sally Struthers, who was eating all the food.
Right.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Living Color.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah,
and
man.
Easy,
Go ahead, brother.
Easy. Yeah, I wanted to add this one. Yeah, I wanted to add this one last thing is too. Now, after you finally check out Sinners, I would ask if you would please do a panel on that because if you do, I will be up on the panel giving my viewpoints and 2 cents about it.
To attend school. For about 70
What was
cents, you
that
can buy a
about
pack of gum,
Sinners?
plain or sugarless.
Okay, I'll say it again. I said what
In
I said was I would
For
ask if you
70
would
cents
please
a
do
day,
a
you could
panel
help a
about
child
that
like
because if
Maria,
you do, I'll
who
come up on
received
the
an
panel and give
operation
my
to
2 cents
restore
about it.
her sight.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna
Since
definitely do a panel
1938,
on it.
Christian
I'm
Children's
gonna
Fund has
watch
helped
it.
children of many
This
faiths
is
and their
the
communities
Yes,
with
sir.
food,
this is the
Say,
medical
couple.
care,
Beezy.
clothing, a chance to go to school, or whatever is needed most.
Before you go live, send me a text, dog, because I ain't been getting no notifications, yo. You know what I'm saying? It'd be easier for you to just send me a text.
Out to one of them by
Okay,
sharing,
yeah, I could do that.
well, just a little of your pocket change. It takes so little for you to become a special friend to a child in a developing country, but boy, the good it can do is worth more than you can imagine. Why don't you call this toll-free number right now to learn more about CCF? As a
Got
sponsor,
it.
you can exchange photos and letters with your sponsored child. Every letter you get back will show you the growth and progress you've helped make possible. You'll also receive Child World magazine, which explains why your help is needed so urgently. Sponsorship is just $21 a month. That breaks down to 70 cents a day. So why don't you call now?
But they was getting that guap off there, wasn't they? That scam, bro. They was getting caked up off of that, wasn't they?
Bro,
God damn, man.
what kid could you feed for 70 cents a day?
Well, over there, shit, 70 cents go a long way over there. they only make like what, 2,100 in a year.
Well,
They
yeah,
take
you
like
got to think
$2.
about another country's own currency.
Yeah, dude. That's look, $1 over there is, well, maybe not now. You know, got out of the dollar's falling, but I'm just back in the days when I was in Germany, the dollar was 2 for 1, dog. So yeah, for one for every Deutschmark, it was times
Diploma
2.
or
You know
even
what I'm
your
saying?
degree. Choose from any one of these courses: high school, TV VCR repair, computer programming, child daycare, auto mechanics, bookkeeping, learning the personal computer, electrician, legal assistant, veterinary assistant, interior decorating, medical dental office, gun repair, secretary, journalism, art, conservation, drafting, hotel restaurant management, travel, fitness and nutrition.
I had
or get
ordered the
your degree. You
electronic
can major in
technology
business
one.
management, accounting, or electronics. Compare your present salary with the money you could be making in any one of these careers. They'll be repeated for you at the end of this commercial, so have your pencil ready to jot down the course you're most interested in. Then call the ICS toll-free number, and we'll send.
You went to that school, Roger? And shout out to the Hood Table, all the Corn Huskers, and of course Tutneys. I was wondering, I was like, where the hell is Tutneys at? But salute to
shout out to the
FBA
table.
all day. And you missed so much. Yeah, I'm actually about to shut it down. But yeah, I do appreciate you and the Hood Table coming through. But yeah, those commercials was Sally Struthers.
But just look at and the one.
Her hair was on point.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That hairstyle was fire for the
80s.
time it was. Yeah, yeah.
so
Don't
love
sleep
80s,
on
I
this
love
hairstyle, bro. This hairstyle was the one. But yeah, I really am trying to shut it down though. But go ahead, Loudness.
Okay, no. You know what the crazy thing is? The only reason why like it kind of got to people, you know what I'm saying, because they put those children out there, dog. Because nobody want to see children suffer, dog. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they played on us, dog. They played on us with that, with them putting them children out there. Because I don't care what I'm doing, I ain't never gonna do nothing foul to no child. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care if I'm doing some gangster. I'm not gonna do it in front of no child. Nothing. nothing illegal, nothing bad that I let a child see. You know what I'm saying? And I'm protect the child at all times. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, that I don't feel sorry for them tellers now, dog. Like I don't even care if they have flies on. I don't care no more. I don't
These are
care.
the ones that got you.
Yeah. But all right, I'm gonna let you go, man.
All right, bro. I appreciate you, Cloudness.
All right, brother.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna play a couple quick visuals, but yeah, man, when you see these type of images on the screen, this is where they play on your heartstrings. Look at this, bro. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's sad, bro. That's sad.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, and now me, as much as I would like to help, I can't help anybody right now.
Come on, Braxton, you got 70 cents. Look at this kid, bro.
I ain't got shit for them now. They can eat it. They can suck on something real slow right now. I can give a damn about them kids over there
Like I
right
said,
now. I
I'm
don't
gonna let
care.
me give my own DM to help
Because them
say
little
something
tethers
else.
turned to big tethers, and I ain't got time for them.
Like, yeah, right now.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so look, this kid, when they say the ribs touching, his
But like I
spine is
said, the type of
coming
person
out.
I am, so
His
Yeah,
spine is
dog.
coming out like he's a lizard, bro. Like 70 cents a day ain't gonna help this, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, man. But when I see this, I just turn from it now. I don't even watch that because I said, nah,
Yeah,
I ain't got time. I don't even
Look,
watch them now, dog. They done turned my love to hate now, dog. Straight up, dog. I'm sorry because I be hearing, yeah. It was love, but now it's all hate now. So that's what they got to deal with. The love has turned to hate. That's what, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I'm sorry. It's FBA all day, man, with me, man. B1, son.
saying B1, yeah, there would be no USA without FBA. So yeah, since I got to get up out of here, I'm gonna play these visuals. Hopefully y'all stick around to the end, but if y'all want to drop down, it's okay, or I'll drop y'all down. But I'm gonna play these visuals and get up out of here because a nigga got the munchies, and I do gotta hit Safeway real quick before it close. So I'm gonna hit
same
y'all with
here. I'm
the
about to have
visuals.
something
I
to get into
appreciate
too.
y'all.
All right, brother.
Jackson? All right, I appreciate you, Cloudness. I'm gonna send you that text. And I do gotta get up with Braxton because Braxton in New Orleans. I need to talk about that Tether Essence Fest that they trying to push. So yeah, I mean, we got the content. On Wednesday, I'll have more time to
Oh
stream, and
wow!
on Friday as well. What was that?
I bet that.
I said, oh
All right.
wow.
All right, so I'm gonna just hit the visuals, but yeah, Tedney says y'all still have Safeway. Yeah, Safeway is like a major store out here, and it close at 1 a.m. and the other one close at 2 a.m. So I'm gonna go there. I gotta get some. I gotta fill up my water jug. You know those machines, those purified machines. So I'm gonna go fill up my water jug over there and get like some yogurt and some other stuff. So yeah, I got some fire streams coming. I got a health stream coming. I gotta do I gotta do a East Coast Brooklyn dedicated stream with Cloudness. I gotta do something about the New Orleans down south. You know what I mean? Because they trying to say everybody from New Orleans and Florida is Caribbean. So it's a lot of stuff going on. But don't worry.
Not everybody.
I'm gonna keep hitting y'all with the content. What was that, Braxton?
Oh no, what I said to that was not everybody, but it wasn't to you. It was for the ones who says that. Yeah, not everybody.
Yeah,
From
it was Joy
Louisiana or
Reid and
Florida is
Godfrey.
from the islands.
It was Joy Reid
Joy.
and I
Okay, now okay.
and Godfrey, like he was cool, but this nigga is just like giving off hella tether vibes. He always talking about FBA when he never have FBAs around. He have hella tethers, and then he keep asking them, well, what do you feel about FBA? Nigga, why are you asking these tethers about FBA? The nigga knows Tariq, but he won't have Tariq on his channel to talk about him. And a lot of these niggas already know about our lineage. They just keep trying to play these goofy games. So Godfrey, like, you on tether watch, bro. But I'm gonna play these visuals and then I'm gonna get ready to shut her down. And just in case you didn't like the stream yet, here's a friendly reminder. Time for a like intermission. We kindly request that you show love to the channel's creator and platform by leaving a like, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest content. Liking posts is completely free and helps the algorithm boost our reach. We want to grow the community larger and larger. So thank you all who take the time to support us. It does mean the world to us and doesn't go unnoticed.
Saying, man, like Goku. Bad bitches at the house with me watching Netflix or Roku. Fuck them both at the same time, and I swear to God it was so cool. Street legend, real boss, I call shots cause I'm still saucy. I know some G's to the bike crack on shite racket and fly back out to Millwall. When they hear me flow, they say I be burning up, burning up. Cookie to the draw is what we burning up, burning up. What you ain't know, oh, we burning up, burning up. This shit so hot, it's burning up. Just go ahead and turn this up. When you hear me flow, say I be burning up, burning up. Cookie to the draw is what we burning up, burning up. What you ain't know, oh, we burning up, burning up. This shit so hot, it's burning up. Just go ahead and turn this up.
Be easy, tell me how it feel. Ooh, tell me how it feel. To be real, to be real, to be really that dude. Be easy, that dude. Ay, 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 that dude. Oh,
you ain't know? That's just B-Eazy, B-Eazy that dude. B-Eazy, he is that dude. B-Eazy that dude, ayy.
He's styling and profiling, fresher than a mannequin.
Hey yo, who's that? Mama, there go that man again.
He the one who get the block booming and make the trap move. I'm still trying to figure out who is that dude.
Oh, you ain't know?
That's just B-Eazy, ayy, B-Eazy that dude. B-Eazy, he is that dude, so you gotta let him cook. He be going dumb off the hook, got all them haters shook. He a king, you a rook, so don't ever start tripping, get it twisted or mistook. Oh, B-Eazy. We all here to see B-Eazy. We wanna listen to B-Eazy. Ayy, we all like B-Eazy. Nah, matter of fact, we love B-Eazy. Believe me, he really that dude. Subscribe to the channel, it's easy to do if you care. This fire content extraordinarily rare. That's why I put that on my mama, he is that dude. I put that on my daddy, he is that dude. So B-Eazy, tell me how it feel. Ooh, tell me how it feel to be real, to be real, to be really that dude.
You ain't
You feel me? Ooh, B-Eazy that dude, yeah. B-Eazy. B-Eazy, B-Eazy, he is that dude. It's plain and obvious. A certified professional, ain't never been a hobbyist. He is one of the nicest, realest, coldest, and dopest. So you should take notice. Woo! Dat dude, B-Eazy, dat dude, B-Eazy, dat dude. Show love and support to B-Eazy Dat Dude.
B-Eazy, B-Eazy.
Ay, 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 yo. B-Eazy is that dude you already know. For sure, you already know. It's easy to see why he is that dude. He's been a favorite, even if you hating it. Give him his flowers, pay him respect. He's a certified legend and one of the best. B-Eazy, remember the name.
B-Eazy Dat Dude.
B-Eazy, he is that dude. Ooh, he is that dude, B-Eazy, he is the one that you can call so he can get the job done. He about to reign supreme if you thought his run would soon end. He just getting started though, so go ahead and tune in. B-Eazy, he is that dude. Ooh, 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 he is that dude.
If you feel the vibe, like, share, and subscribe. We growing on this journey. Come and take a ride. If you wanna slide with that dude, B-Eazy. We going all the way to the top, believe me. All the way to the top, believe me.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Follow. Be easy. You know you want to.
We're waiting. You love me. You really love me. You're not going anywhere.